right then, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Can y'all hear me? Everything working? Uh, this should be better. I did a reset on the StreamYard. Is it working? Everything good? Let me get everybody back in here if it is. If not, I need to just restart the whole computer. Let me know. Think so? Sound okay, Bill? Audio's good but low. Okay, I can work with low. I can get a little closer to the mic. I can talk louder. Uh, I can actually adjust it to be louder. If you don't know, we just had a stream going and had to shut it down and start another one because the audio was messed up. So I think we fixed it. We are getting ready to cover. Hang on a second. Let's see. I'll do this myself. We're going to go to there. That should be much better. All right. That should be a lot louder. All right. So if you don't know, we just started the stream, and it is in reference to a former public official who was campaigning against a current corrupt jailer to run for jailer to take the dude's spot. This guy, his name's Josh, is also a former official in Meade County, Kentucky, and he's what you call a whistleblower. His campaign was on a foundation of whistleblowing. So he was putting out whistleblower information on corruption all over the county. And so he was campaigning against JJ, right? And part of his whistleblowing, part of his exposure, his exposés online were, of course, JJ's corruption, but he didn't stop there. He was uncovering or exposing alleged corruption in a lot of different spots in Meade County, Kentucky, and like in a lot of official positions. At least the ones that he felt like he was sure of. So the mic's cranked. I don't know what else to do with that. The mic is cranked all the way up. I can maybe turn it up just, let me see if I can do one more notch through this. Let's try one more notch here. Okay, see if that helps. That's as high as it goes right there. All right, so, and we can't mess with the sound anymore after this unless it completely fails. So anyway, so this guy's campaigning. I haven't covered this much because I didn't trust any officials in Meade County. Still don't know if I do. I just know that this case looks real fishy. And thanks to JJ's paid conspirator on YouTube, we obtained a lot more information over the past week. A lot more information. And this information, do tell, Chris. Do tell. Is it juicy? Yeah. Does it look corrupt? Oh, yeah. Does it look like JJ and his co-conspirator, paid conspirators on YouTube, are completely full of shit and exposing themselves for being huge, fat liars? Yeah. All right. So this is going to get fun. We're going to be covering a hearing that was covered on JJ's paid conspirator channel, the Beard himself, or maybe she's the Beard. Is she the Beard? And let's talk about this. That looks like a bruise, oh, do what I tell you, woman. Does it not? Put it on in chat if it looks like Todd's wife has like a domestic violence bruise right here. Ah, go get me some cheesy poofs. Maybe. Put it on in chat if you think. Maybe. so Todd, the guy that JJ pays to use his YouTube channel to fluff him and to help him with his corruption and try to cover himself using YouTube somehow with probably the most outlandish dumbass that there is on YouTube. He thinks, Scarborough thinks somehow that's going to help him. But So Todd has been uh, getting records that aren't even all public and discussing these case details, trying to paint uh, the alleged perpetrator, which is a former government official, in this really, really bad light. And I stayed quiet because I was like, maybe he is. Maybe he is. Any public official from Meade County, Kentucky, I'm going to question anyway, right? So I thought, well, maybe he is. I wanted to see, needed some more facts. I needed to see some records. I would like to see the hearing, which you're going to see that today here. Um, from another place, but we're going to watch it. And we're also going to dispel some of the bullshit that's coming from the pocket and the beard, right? Coming from the pocket of the current corrupt official that we know is corrupt. And the beard. Is it her? Is she the beard? Is she the beard? Maybe she's the beard. But Todd's the other beard, right? So Todd has the hearing, and we're going to review that footage uh, under the Fair Use Act. So we're going to review that. This is fair use. I'm not stealing anyone's content. We are watching a public hearing that was played on another YouTube channel, but I will be stopping it and reviewing and adding in some flair, if you will. And we're going to be dispelling some of the bullshit that was on there. So this is totally fair use. And we're going to use a very small portion of his 4-hour long bullshit. Nobody really cares to hear him and his tardos talk about kids, people's kids and stuff. So we're only using a teeny tiny fraction of it. It's just the hearing. I'm going to be criticizing Todd a lot. So prepare yourself. There's going to be some critiquing going on. That way we can stay in fair use. Does that make sense? We got to stay within the fair use guidelines. So I have to critique in this. So yeah, they've been threatening kids. It's ridiculous, that little group. Did you all know that group is actually like the viewers that followed that left Michael Kaiser went to Todd? Did you know that most of those are the people from Carrollton that me and Tiffany exposed from the KKK, the Carrollton group? Did y'all know that? Put a one in chat if you already knew that. That most of the people that are watching Todd's channel and attacking people on comments and in his chats, put a one in chat if you knew that was the KKK group that me and Tiffany exposed a couple of years ago in Carrollton, Kentucky. And if you didn't, now you do. Now you know. That's who it is. So, that's his audience. Yeah, most of you probably knew that. Anyway, I've got the video queued up at the right point, and what we're going to be watching is the actual courtroom footage where the police that charged this guy obviously don't understand how Kentucky law or any law works. So you do understand that, when a law is written, it'll have they write it in a way that covers all the factors that apply to whatever this law is, right? Like they'll say, if you're driving at night and wear prescription glasses, is against the law to not wear your glasses after dark. So there's ands and there's ors. That was a bad example. I'll give you a real example. Let's pull a real example on the screen. Here's this case. So this man was charged with 52 counts. 52 felony counts of impersonating a police officer. As a former public official, right? Who went and worked at the jail after leaving his position as constable. I'm learning more and more as we go. I'm glad I'm learning this because it just exposes the corruption in Meade County, Kentucky even more, in my opinion. I don't know how it could be any difference of opinion in that. But he's got 52 counts of, they're saying, impersonating a police officer or an officer, and then another 52 felony counts of accessing a computer, unlawfully accessing a computer base, something like that. We're going to pull them up. This is some good stuff. Let me share screen with you. on this. Okay, hold on. We're going to go over these statutes before we watch the court footage. I think it's this one. Let's move this. All right, chair. Okay. Right there. All right. So, it's KRS 519055. Can everybody read that? Here, let me go full screen for you. Make it even easier to read. We'll go even one bigger than this. Let's see. All right. 519, it's KRS 519055. Impersonating a peace officer. So here's how the laws read, and this is what the cops in Meade County either don't know, or like they don't understand how to read law, or they're doing it on purpose because, well, they just want to be able to abuse it however they want. And this must go for all the cops there because I keep seeing them do this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff they did to me, even in my case. They only read half of the law, and they don't include all of the elements before they charge someone. So if we're going back to the glasses at night, they might charge someone with not wearing their prescription glasses after dark based on the fact that they're driving after dark. So a person would get charged with not wearing their glasses after dark when there's prescribed glasses just because they're driving after dark, and they may not even wear glasses because these cops keep charging people with half of a crime. In this case, it says a person is guilty of impersonating a peace officer if he pretends to be a peace officer or to represent a law enforcement agency or act within the authority or approval of a law enforcement agency with intent to induce another to submit to the pretended official authority or otherwise to act in reliance upon the pretense to his prejudice. Or that's so when you get the words with and or, you have to read the whole thing because you're not guilty of impersonating a peace officer by simply pretending. You have to do it with intent to induce to submit to the pretended official authority or otherwise act in reliance upon the pretense to his prejudice. Meaning there has to be a victim who the person was led to believe that they were acting under government authority. That is what 519055 clearly is saying here, that a person is guilty of impersonating a peace officer if he pretends to be a peace officer to represent a law enforcement agency or to act within the authority or approval of a law enforcement agency with intent to induce another to submit to the pretended official authority or otherwise act in reliance upon the pretense to his prejudice. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. All right. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. All right, keep that in mind because we are about to watch a video. Actually, let's look at the other charges first. Let's switch this. Let's switch this. How do I do it? Hang on. I know you can't see this, but bear with me. So I have another law here, another felony statute. This is the other one. I think this is it. Make sure this isn't the same one. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is it. So we're going to share this. Bear with me. Let's see. Let's share this one. We got another felony statute to go over. This guy was charged with 52 counts of each one of these. Of each one of these. Let's see. move this over here so you can see it. We'll full screen this bad boy. We'll blow it up. There we go. Unlawful access to a computer in the first degree. KRS 434845. Here we go again. We're going to read the whole statute. That's what we're going to do over here. We're going to read the whole statute instead of just part of it. A person is guilty of unlawful access to a computer in the first degree when he or she, without the effective consent of the owner, knowingly and willfully, directly or indirectly accesses, causes to be accessed, or attempts to access any computer software, computer program, data computer, computer system, computer network, or any part thereof. Should I stop right there? Because in Meade County, Kentucky, the cops would just stop right there and charge people with felonies. Should I stop right there? Put a 1 in chat if I should keep going. If we're going to talk about charging someone with a felony, should we continue the actual full law, or should we just stop right there and charge someone on half of a law? Put a 1 in chat if we should continue through this actual full law, because it says, for the purpose of devising or executing any scheme or artifice to defraud, meaning a lot of people I didn't know the word artifice. I looked it up. What it means is to come up with some elaborate plan or scheme, right? To fraud, like Michael Kaiser fraud, to be a fraud. So it's saying it's unlawful to access a computer if you're going to A, use it to execute a scheme or fraud, okay? Or B, obtain money, property, or services for themselves or another by means of false or fraudulent pretenses, representations, or promises. That's the whole law. It's not illegal all by itself, apparently, to just access the computer networks, but it becomes illegal if you do it to execute a scheme or a fraud, or if you're doing it to obtain money, property, or services for you or someone else. Then it becomes this law. It's not illegal just to do that. It becomes illegal to do all of that. Does that make sense? Because it doesn't to Todd, and it doesn't to the Meade County Police. Because, apparently, unless they just forgot how to argue in court, all they did was took half of these laws, both of them. 52 felony counts of each. So 104 charges. And just slapped them on this guy for only half of a law violation. Insufficient. I got to remove this from the screen. All right. Okay, so we're going to watch a video of court. We're going to watch a video of court. And we're also going to hear some wild conspiracy allegations being thrown at me by the guy who does this to his beard, who's getting paid to be a conspirator for a corrupt elected official who actually doesn't even work there anymore. But that time's coming. This stuff's coming. Just be patient, like I am. Be patient. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to watch court, and we're going to hear the argument, and we're also going to hear some wild allegations being thrown at me that we're going to be able to dispel right here in this very courtroom footage. So, in other words, the conspiracy allegations that they're trying to get me in more trouble on, by they, I mean Meade County public officials and their paid people, their paid conspirators, they're going to be dispelled in their own video that we're watching. We're only going to watch just maybe 10 minutes, so it ain't going to be all night. Although I would party with y'all all night long on this stream, we're only going to be covering about an hour total. That's for my whole video. So, here we go. let's get into it. Let's start criticizing Todd and his bullshit fluff piece to try to paint a former public official who's actually whistleblowing, it looks like, and making him look like he's 104-time felon. Fucking 104 felonies. Todd is they're trying to make this dude look like he is guilty of 104 felonies and can't even get the full sufficient law charged against this dude. You'll see. You'll see. Let's watch it. This is crazy, y'all, man. This is crazy. All right, sharing screen. And I'm going to have to set this up in a way. Make sure the audio is shared. What does that in? Right here, I think. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah, this ought to work. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we want to do it like this? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. So Todd is already impersonating me, but throwing some weird middle names in. But Todd, the beard boy, with the beard wife with bruises, has been relentlessly. Look, this dude's been riding my coat for a long time. Let's just face it. I couldn't care less about that. But then he starts attacking, right? And I'm like, who the fuck you you ain't nothing. I ain't worried about your attacks. Like, it's just annoying like flies. Gnats. Okay? Cockroaches. It's just annoying. Eventually, you got to handle the problem. So lately, I have been addressing it. This is one of those times. You wanted my attention, now you're gonna fucking get it. I got other shit to do, though. So, since you went so far into my bum, I'm gonna shit you out. I don't want no dude in my bum. Todd loves playing in people's asses. But he is getting way too far up into shit, and it ain't gonna work. Like, this ain't, I'm not having it. So, you got my motherfucking attention, bro. Now we're gonna see if you really wanted it or not. But in this video, y'all are gonna see that this idiot right here is literally trying to accuse me of stuff to get me more charges, along with his corrupt official, and it makes zero sense with the evidence that they have on the screen. So let's watch this a little at a time. My other screen's over here, so that's why I'm looking like that. Find the play button. Here we go.
Let's get into this, chat. Okay, so what we have here is Chief testifies about Joshua Ferguson. Joshua,
put it on in chat if you had sound. I did not have sound. Did you all have sound? 1 for yes, 2 for no. When I hit the play button, did you have sound? It did work for you? I need to set this real quick. Hang on 1 second. I got to fix my settings. I need to hear it too, I think. Well, it should be working for me. All right, let's try it again.
M. Ferguson, for those of you who don't know the lore.
Yeah, I'm not getting any sound.
Anyway, is the guy who is going to be running as jailer.
Oops, are you all getting sound from that?
Dang it.
Okay, I'm not
getting
a
hot mess tonight.
I'm going to need sound for that because how am I supposed to criticize? Let me try something.
I am not worth your tips at all. All right, let's go.
So for a while here, he's going to beg for money. It's like, first thing to do, try to get as much money out of the KKK group from Carrollton as possible and the Meade County corruption. Try to get as much money. Give me super chats, please. That's what he's doing. We'll get past that. We're getting ready to watch courtroom footage here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. I got it. There we go.
There it is.
Good old and I'm going to be kind of quiet while this is going on. I don't really need to transform this at all. Let's see. Question. Did you get myth?
And I don't really need to transform much because this is under fair use copyright. I just figured I'd mention that because one, we are watching the public hearing, and two, it's transformative. See the little box, and then this is my channel for public safety. That's the Beard's channel, generally pathetic. I mean, generally specific, and I am definitely, I am definitely going to take my opportunities to criticize the speaker in this video. We're doing a critique video. This is protected under fair use copyright. All right, let's keep going.
Safely poured into bed. I think so. I was afraid to be around her for too long.
He's talking about his wife. He's afraid to be around his wife.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you so
the
much.
Bruise.
Happy birthday, GS. Thank you, King Bluto. Shady Lady, thank you so much.
Imagine working with the government official in corruption.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to knock that.
Imagine conspiring against somebody on YouTube for money on your birthday. What the fuck? What kind of wife you got, man? He had the cops sitting there waiting on him to leave because he was drinking at a bar or at a Mexican restaurant. He had the cops sitting there waiting on him to leave for his birthday, and he just sat there and sobered up. They were waiting to see him drive off, I bet. Yeah, fuck you, Todd. Fuck you, you fucking beard. They gonna get you. They gonna get you, paranoid boy. They gonna get you. Keep up the good work. We watching. We watching, we Todd. Here we go.
Roll out rickety ticky tabby. Yes, I was able to safely pour into bed. It was funny because my mom called on the way home, and it was funny because my wife was kind of talking to my mom, and my wife was a little not her normal, like, shrewd.
I don't know. Is she normally shrewd? Is that why you put bruises on her arm? Because she's shrewd?
Paying attention kind of self. She was a little sloppy, if you know what I'm saying. And my mom was just kind of like, you could tell by her voice that she was like, oh, okay.
I know what it is. He's hurt because his wife got drunk and went to sleep on his birthday instead of giving him any attention, if you know what I mean. Well, he likes, Todd, if you're watching, we know you like boys anyway. Don't get all butthurt about it. The woman had a good time. You don't need to bruise her up. Just let her go to sleep, man. Don't get all butthurt and tore up. Bitch about her on the internet. The other night he said that she was a, what did he say? He was rating her on a scale. His wife. He said that she was like a 3. And on a good day, if he's drunk enough, maybe a 6. Like, how do you talk about your wife like that, bro? If that's what you thought, then why did you groom her when she was underage? What if that's what you felt about her? Why are you torturing the woman? You know? Like, why? Anyway, let's get to court here.
You know, like, I was like, oh, she's had 3 margaritas, Mom. And so my mom just started busting out laughing.
That's what it was. A sturdy 4 to 5. A sturdy 4 to 5 who bared him a couple of children. What the fuck? Sturdy 4 or 5. Who the fuck calls her wife a sturdy 4 or 5? We're getting to the video here. Hang on.
Yeah. It's hilarious how chatty she is with a few drinks in her compared to how quiet she is when she doesn't have any kind of way. Thank you for all the happy birthday wishes. I do appreciate. Purveyor of cool. What's up? Long time no see, man. Appreciate the happy birthday wish, man.
I'll speed it up.
Weather's getting cooler, so hopefully we're going to be making plans to go up your way soon. I still have your Christmas present, by the way. It's sitting on my shelf, and I can't wait to hand it off. Name didn't appear on any of this. JJ's name appeared on app.
There we go.
Okay, guys, I did boost the audio quite a bit. If it's
here we go. I had it at the wrong time marker, but here we go. Now we're here.
Really loud and hurting anyone's ears, let me know. I'd rather be kind of loud, you able to turn it down, than people not be able to hear it at all. All right, I miss you too, man. So, okay, yeah, the TLDR is Mr. Ferguson is a man that was running against JJ in Meade County, and he was claiming that most of Meade County is corrupt and all.
There you go. So Ferguson was running. His name's Joshua Ferguson, it looked like. He was running against Scarborough for jailer, and in his campaign, he utilized his former experience as a public official to be a whistleblower for the foundation of his campaign. He wasn't alleging about Scarborough, because put a 1 in chat if you agree. We know for a fact here that he was right about Scarborough being corrupt. I'm not saying that means he's right about all of them, but I'm willing to listen. Now, if he's telling the truth about Scarborough, I'm willing to listen at what he might be willing to put out about other public officials. Would you agree? 1 in chat.
All kinds of other stuff. Kind of like somebody else we know who kind of like a dog returning to its own vomit to lap it up.
That's me he's talking about.
Yeah, like somebody else we know. And turns out this guy is, now you're going to find out he's actually been charged with 52 counts of impersonating a peace officer and 52 counts of unauthorized access to a database that only a peace officer is supposed to be able to have access to, in order to try to find dirt on officials in Meade County.
Well, it says you, Todd, that it's in order to find dirt. Maybe he already had the dirt. Did you ever think of that, moron? Maybe he already had the dirt. But remember, here's the main thing. The argument's going to come out in this. Todd's going to try to talk over it. We're going to listen closely and maybe even rewind a little bit so we can make sure we hear the argument. Because the defense in this is way more interesting than the charges. Wait till you hear it. And also, wait till you hear Todd make some crazy conspiratorial accusations against me, trying to involve me in this shit. Motherfucker, I am not running for no campaign in another state at a place that I want to get the fuck away from. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
And so the interesting thing is, and the guy he was running against is JJ Scarborough. We all know and love him. Guess whose name didn't appear on any of this? JJ's name appeared on absolutely none of it.
So JJ's name didn't appear on any of this, yet Todd, the guy who's paid by JJ, is using his YouTube channel to say, well, this son of a bitch is calling JJ corrupt. That's fishy. That's fishy that JJ's name doesn't appear on any of this, but somehow JJ's partner, YouTuber, is not only talking about the case, but he's getting documents that are not public. But JJ's not involved? Isn't JJ mad? What does JJ do when he's mad, you guys? Does JJ abuse his position and start digging on people and start hiring Todd to do videos when he's mad? Maybe JJ's involved. But his name doesn't appear on any of this. Although the name Anonymous shows up an awful lot. You think we're stupid?
This. Actually, the person that brought the charges is the man that you're about to hear testify. And I also have a paperwork.
He's talking about the cop that officially put the investigation in. He's saying he's the one that brought the charges. Guess what? That won't work, because you can't be the victim and the investigator and the charging officer. We know that's bullshit. Put a 1 in chat if we all know that's bullshit. The reporting party, the victim, was someone else, not the officer that is in the courtroom today.
Of the complaint, basically, the written complaint. So we'll be going over that here pretty soon. So without too much further ado, the guy who was running to compete against corruption, or to try to overthrow or try to defeat corruption, turns out seems to be, or has been charged with, good evening, Huntington Township Watch, a lot of corrupt stuff. What's up, Miss Anya?
Anya, Tiffany's ex-husband's current wife.
Let me know if it's too loud. If it's insanely too loud, I can turn it down over here on my
end. I have a restraining order.
But I wanted to make sure you guys can hear it. So I'm just letting you know, trigger warning or earplug warning. You may want to adjust your volume accordingly.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Can you state your name for the record?
Timmy Jackson.
And which agency do you?
So this is the chief of Muldrell, Mr. Timothy.
I got it, Todd. It's the chief of the city police of Muldrell Police Department in Meade County, Kentucky. There are 2 city police departments in Meade County, Kentucky. We got the sheriff, which is the Meade County, and then we got 2 cities. There's Brandenburg City, which you all have seen me dealing with, who covers for Wimpy's sister and stuff. And then there's Muldraw, which the dude you're watching on screen is the chief of Muldraw inside of Meade County. So let's go. I got this shit, Todd. You can fuck straight off, buddy.
Timmy Jackson.
Sir,
Muldraw Police Department.
Timmy?
what's your position there?
Hold on.
Chief of Police.
Why the fuck you calling this dude Timmy? Everything on every record in every place for this chief, he don't go by fucking Timmy. What are you, buddies, Todd? Is that, put it on in chat if you think Todd's been out there making buddies with the corrupt officials. I'm not saying this Timmy is corrupt. I'm just saying if he's not corrupt, he certainly doesn't know how to conduct an investigation by reading the full fucking law. Like I said, y'all, originally I thought maybe this Ferguson guy was guilty. I was more than happy to expose even more corrupt public officials. But when I seen this, what y'all are watching, I knew immediately that this is fabricated because these are insufficient charges. You're about to hear it yourself.
Are you familiar with the defendant Joshua Ferguson?
I am.
Is he present today in the courtroom?
He is.
Where's he at?
He's sitting there in a black shirt.
Okay. And how did you come to make these charges on Mr. Ferguson?
Mr. Ferguson posted on a public forum, City of Muldraw page. It was that I was a member as well as several other citizens. One of the citizens of that page came to me and said that Mr. Ferguson had posted that he had unlawful access to a secure portal.
All right, let's stop right there. Put a 1 in chat if you have ever gone to one of the city Facebook pages knowing about a corrupt incident and made a comment about the incident being corrupt. Like gone to a police department's page after they had beaten someone and you saw it on YouTube. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever gone to that page and said, oh, no, chief, don't lie about this situation, or said, you know, you all need to do better or anything like that. Put a 1 in chat if you've ever done that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I will tell you that when a whistleblower does that, they're likely to catch false charges because some anonymous source who's also on that Facebook group calls it in. Oh, but JJ's name's not on anything, so it can't be him, right? If the name's on everything is anonymous, and they were a member of the Facebook group of the police department in Meade County, couldn't have been JJ. Couldn't have been. Anyway, couldn't have been him.
That law enforcement and that he was able to get onto that portal.
Okay. And what?
So what the chief just said is that this man said on his post that he was a former member of law enforcement. He was. He was the elected constable. And then he left that position, and he even resigned on paper like he was supposed to for incompatible positions. He even followed the law and resigned from constable and became one of JJ's corrections officers. It's so juicy. This is so juicy. He probably knows so much. Oh, man, I'd like to talk to that guy.
Did he have any prior position that would have allowed him access to that portal?
Yes, he was a District 1 Meade County Constable.
Okay. And is he still holding that position?
No, he resigned from that position October 28th, 2024.
Okay.
Did
And
his job resign?
when you said he had access to it, did you verify that he had access to that portal after October?
Yeah, after those allegations, I contacted the KWAP's manager, Brandon Cobb. On May 27th, we did a soft audit to see if Mr. Ferguson still had access and if he had been on KWAP's or e-warrants. He had not been on KWAP.
Thank you, Topsy Turvy.
Said he hadn't even been on there. He's like, we did an unlawful investigation over a dude saying that he used to be a constable and that he used to have access to the portal. He said, the chief just said this. He said, well, we conducted an investigation. He called it a soft audit. No, that's conducting an investigation. Guys, did he have probable cause? Put it on in chat if you think he violated due process by conducting an investigation, by running an audit on this man's system in the first place. It's so dirty. They're so dirty and abusive of their positions in Meade County. My Lord, this is crazy. Auditors unite. Where you at? All the work you ever wanted is right there. Meade County, Kentucky. Let's keep going. Todd's going to thank people for his $2 or £5 or whatever. So we'll have to hurry up and get through that.
You got a Topsy Turvy wanted to donate $2 for my Cheesy Puff Fund. If you don't know, yours truly has a crippling addiction to Cheesy Puffs. It's a birthday Cheesy Puff Fund. I really do greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all of you that have contributed to my Cheesy Puff Fund.
This motherfucker was
I assure
celebrating his
you, although
birthday
it's
for
very
a whole
addictive,
week.
it's the most healthy thing you can put in your body, allegedly in Minecraft.
I get it when younger women do that.
Cheesy Poops can really
Why
give you
fuck-
that quick pick-me-up. So
Why the fuck is this old man? I ain't watching the damn commercial content, bro. What are you doing? No, hold on. You get distracted there.
remember,
Wow, man. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, where's it at? I'm having a hard time here with this. 12. There we go.
In style. Thank you, and have a great day.
Damn you. Blah, 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 blah. Don't be talking about. Damn, commercial content.
I don't
is
want
a
to be lame.
no-no,
Do you want to
y'all.
be lame? I don't think anyone wants to be lame. Well, we know some
Idiot.
lame people, and it's not
He's
cool
an
to be
idiot.
lame. Hey, Miss Amber.
Oh, Amber. Y'all know who Amber is? That's the nurse at JJ's jail who JJ cheated on his wife with, got pregnant, tripled her salary, moved in with. Kelly Brown is her mom. You're about to see her on here a lot too. Y'all, but we've been through all this. But that's one of Todd's fans? Interesting. Interesting. Nothing shady to see here, huh, Todd? There we go.
Do I see Miss Amber? Is Miss Amber in here? I do not see Miss Amber.
Maybe JJ will make it appear.
I'm not seeing the name. Am I missing it?
They're all saying
anyway.
hi to
But
Amber.
we did discover that he had been actively using e-warrants, which is a secured site that law enforcement uses.
Annoyingly so, it'll only come out of one of
So they're saying that they ran an investigation and that there was actively, what they found, this is what the chief is saying. He's saying that the dude was still accessing the warrant system, e-warrants. All you can do on there, let me explain what you can do on e-warrants. To the best of my knowledge, you just see if someone has a warrant. It's accessible for Kentucky law enforcement because they regularly check that to see if people that they encounter are people with warrants. So they can check that anytime they want, as far as I know. I mean, when Tiffany used to work in security with the law enforcement in Albany, those guys would run people for warrants all the time just to see who all had them. I'm not saying that it's lawful for them to violate the Fourth Amendment and just run investigations on everybody. That part I'm not aware of. But what we're going to see is the charges that this guy put on the dude running for jailer. They're not going to make sense to you. They're not going to be sufficient charges. That's what his lawyer's getting ready to say too.
your ears. I'm not sure what it's a mono audio. Again, we can allegedly put a man on the moon, but we can't put good audio into our court systems. I don't
I
understand how that
agree
works.
with you,
In the state of
Todd.
Kentucky,
Bad audio.
from the day of his resignation on through that day of the 27th. At that time, Mr. Cobb and I made the decision to go ahead and turn off his access so he could no longer gain that access to those individuals and the information on that site.
Okay.
Question. If an elected official was given access to e-warrants just to see if people had warrants, because a constable would need to be able to do that, whose job is it when they resign to remove their access to be able to see if people have warrants? Whose job is it? I don't know. I'm asking.
And did you verify how many times he had accessed that portal from after his resignation till May 27th of 2025?
At that time, we went back to January 1st. Mr. Cobb and myself, during this off audit, we observed 52 login that we logged in, searched different counties, different individuals, different warrants, DVOs, so forth. We then later in the investigation went back and did a audit all the way back to October 28th when he resigned from his position. And the last number that I recall that's in the report, it's over 100 times from 9 different IP addresses.
Okay. And
I don't know about IP addresses. I'm not that skilled in understanding computer stuff. but I would think that if a person was accessing from like their cell phone, like cops do, that wherever they're at would probably be a different IP. Is that right? I don't know. So maybe it's as simple as this dude was, using his cell phone or something. I don't know. All I know is it's weird that he even still had access. I think a public official, I think somebody that was over him forgot to shut off his access. And I would have thought that it would be illegal for him to access it at all. But according to the Kentucky statute, there was more to it. We're going to get into that in a minute.
This occurred
Over 100 times from 9 different IP addresses. Can you tell me that the man knew what he was doing was likely not legal? The fact that he did it from 9 different IP addresses means that how many of those were secure / unsecure?
Maybe he did know that it was not illegal. Maybe that's why he was doing it. Maybe he's like, well, it's only half illegal to, like, it's not the full statute to just access it. Maybe that, I don't know. I haven't talked to him on this, but I mean, I don't know. Like, but the KRS statute to it clearly says that there has to be an intent to defraud behind it. So, like, you have to be doing it to get some kind of gain for you or somebody else, or defraud or commit fraud, something like that. So the argument's coming. Todd's argument is just retarded.
Or insecure, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what the correct verbiage would be for that. I'm not seeing Amber in here at all. I don't.
Oh, no.
Can Amber say hi again real quick?
You can't see
Who said,
the corrupt
hey, Billy.
official's girlfriend?
And by the way, hi to everyone that I missed. Good to see you.
Hey, Billy. That would be Tiffany's ex-husband. What the fuck? What the fuck are we watching? This shit's crazy. Oh, my God. Talk about having some stalkers. Here we go. They're going to accuse me of some shit. Watch this.
And if the person that I sent this to that recently, oh, by the way, somebody in the chat sent me a beautiful, wonderful birthday present. And my goodness, it's a lot of information on our buddy from the Power Bottom Butt Pirates, good old Mr. Appleby. Hey, Junior.
I got a question since I know you're watching, Todd. Did you enjoy my birthday present? Did you enjoy that? 2 police officers waiting for you in the parking lot? Happy birthday, you motherfucker. Bitch. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep contacting my judge and lying about me. Keep trying to get me put in jail, motherfucker. You wanted this. You wanted me. You were forcing me to respond. Did you like my birthday present, bitch? Quit calling my prosecutor. Quit interfering in my case. Quit calling my judges. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. Keep going.
Junior. Oh, we got lots of information on you, buddy.
That wasn't a welfare check.
Yes.
Whoa, buddy.
Okay. And tell me about the e-warrant portal that he had access to.
When you become a certified law enforcement officer, we all sign a signed agreement that we can be civilly and criminally charged if it is violated. Mr. Ferguson signed that same agreement, which is there's a copy of it in the report when he was elected as Meade County Constable. It's very clear on what we're required to do and not do. And at the time on October 28th, he wasn't signed up through any other agency but himself. He was obligated to the state of Kentucky and the Commonwealth.
I read that booklet. I'll show it to you later. But it clearly says he's right. Timmy, I guess we're calling him Timmy, is what Todd's calling him. I guess they're buddies. But Chief Timothy, he's right that it's very clear in the handbook. It says that you can't violate the KRS by using the system to defraud or get personal gain. It doesn't say that you can't sign into it, though. So it is very clear, Timmy. Just, you don't understand clear, apparently. Let's keep going.
And turn off his access.
The lawyer's going to do a good job defending him.
So for those that don't realize it, for a brief period of time, he was an elected official. He was the elected constable. I believe there was like 11 votes.
It doesn't matter. Normally, a lot of people
he ended up becoming an elected official, i.e. a constable, and which gave him access. But what happened was he didn't turn off his access. And, well, you're going to hear it here. Right?
It gave him full law enforcement powers. He was an actual cop. He was an actual cop. He was a constable. He had access, and he had elected powers inside of Meade. If there really should be a good constable there now, and constables should start charging some of these officials with the crimes that they see them commit in Meade County. Wouldn't y'all think? Put a one in chat if you agree. Like, I would like to see the constables, being a separate entity, start taking action on all the freaking government criminals in that area. Sheesh. Let's get some better constables. Bring Josh back to constable or something.
I guess we all can hear, right? So I want to regurgitate it a little bit because I want to make sure it's sinking in for me. So he had the permissions that he gave to himself, right? As he has the authority as a constable to access these places, these database, this particular database platform. He
didn't give the authority to himself. It was vested in him by the state, you moron. God. Why is Todd so stupid? He's so stupid. A constable's authority is vested in them by the state. He didn't give the authority to himself. He won the election, and it was given the authority by the state, by the people. Here we go. Look, I don't know this former constable guy. I'm not like jumping out of my square to stand for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying these charges are obviously not sufficient. These are not legit. They charge this motherfucking whistleblower with 104 insufficient felonies. This is nuts. This is nuts. And Todd is stupid. Here we go. Let's go. And yeah, Amber, the jail nurse, she's there. She's like, hi, Todd. I love you. Oh, shit. This is crazy.
rescinded that. And then it seems to me he proceeded to then, over a series of different IP addresses, so that means perhaps either a VPN where he thought he was hidden, or a bunch of different locations, some may be secure, maybe some not secure, was accessing the data, and who knows what kind of key logging, what kind of...
Todd's trying to make it like a way bigger deal. All he was doing is seeing if people had warrants. That's all you can do on e-warrant, as far as I know, unless someone can correct me. All the research I did, all he could do is see if somebody had a warrant. So, like, you know, he's just like, do you have a warrant or not? And I mean, Todd's acting like they found out, like, what the people's baby's social security numbers were and shit. This dude just either knew or didn't know if somebody had a warrant. Like, I don't know how you'd really abuse that one, but whatever. Todd's gonna make some crazy conspiracy about me being involved in this case, so it's fucking nuts. Here we go.
Worm or virus he may have had on whatever device he was accessing this secure database from. He could have compromised the entire system. So let's listen.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
And in the process of accessing the e-warrant system, did he present himself in any way online that he was a law enforcement officer or anything to that nature?
He did. There was a Facebook conversation that he had with me that said he was still an active member of the Meade County Constable Association. It was more of a conversation than he...
Whoa, I just caught that. Chief, are you watching Timmy, Chief Timmy? Bro, under oath, you're going to be deceptive? I just caught that. He just said, the prosecutor asked him if this dude is presenting himself as law enforcement. He said he did. He said online, he said that he's a member of the Kentucky Constable Association. I happen to be familiar with the Kentucky Constable Association. That's not constables. That's a group that like backs constables. It doesn't mean you're law enforcement. Woo, how shady are these motherfuckers? So the answer, Chief Timmy, is no, you don't have anything, unless you've got something else. No, you don't have nothing saying that he identified as law enforcement on that online post. He said he's an active member of the Constable Association. Not that he's a constable. Semantics. Be careful, they will fool you, these people. Dirty officials, dirty cops, they will try to fool you on this court stand. That they're skilled at. Damn, I wanted to like you, Timmy. Why you got to play dirty? Why you gotta be dirty, Timmy? Maybe we're gonna have to have a talk about that. Maybe you can explain to me. Maybe put it on the chat if y'all think that we should ask old Timmy. Like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? She asked you if he identified as law enforcement. You said yes, and then you went on to say that on the post he said he's in an association. Wow. Yeah, it matters. That's huge. I didn't even catch that till now. Let's keep going.
He was directing that he didn't think I was qualified to do my job.
So the hubris of this.
Oh, and what he was saying in the post is that this chief wasn't qualified to do his job. Oh, did your feelings get hurt, Timmy? Did the whistleblower hurt your feelings, Timmy? Make you open an investigation, Timmy? It's so dirty. It's so dirty. They're big in their feelings. Wow. Wow.
This guy was going to single-handedly stop all the corruption. Now, for those of you that
I wish
don't
somebody
recall
would.
the video that I put out, I think it should still be available. I think I put out a video or a live stream, so you can probably find it. And I think it's outside the paywall, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to take a look-see. But a few months back, I did a video about this Ferguson guy and his hubris and his lack of self-accountability or self-awareness about how he was going to defeat corruption by being corrupt, apparently.
He also, there's a recorded conversation. I asked him whether he was actually carrying his constable badge in the city of Muldrow. He hesitantly denied that. He said it was in his house, and other law enforcement officers could actually see that badge where it was. When he searched these individuals, both by date of birth, names, first name, last names, and actually there's two different people he's attempted to search. One successfully was a female here in Meade County, searched through her social security number. At this time, I'm not understanding where that came from or how he obtained her social as of yet.
Social security.
Maybe she gave it to him. Maybe it was, who knows? I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea on that. Todd's going to try to allege that it was Amber. I know it wasn't, because if it was, Todd's channel and Chris Ruff's channel and JJ, they would be all over the place going, foul, it's me. Oh my God, we're victims. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Amber was searched for anything. I'll believe it when I see it. So Todd's just going to blatantly try to blow smoke, in my opinion. However, they're about to say that I'm involved in this. Here we go. Todd's got to make it about himself so he can be the poor little victim. I'm criticizing you for fair use, Todd. Deal with it. Hopefully you enjoyed your birthday present from me. Happy birthday to you. In the parking lot is red and blue. Uh-oh. Why is it doing that? Am I spinning out too? Or is it just the video? Hang on. Y'all still here? Just a video? Here. Where are we at on it? I'll pull it back up. 28, 27. Here. We'll get this fixed. I thought it was my internet for a minute. It's okay. I got another copy. Bear with me. We have fair use to use this. Bear with me. Oh, hang on. I'll get a new one pulled up. Just a minute. Right. In the meantime, check out Todd's wife's bruise on her arm behind me. Isn't that wild? Wild, I tell you. Where did it go? Bear with me. We're pulling up a new copy of it. It'll be just a minute. It's worth the wait. So, they're about to say that I've been conspiring with this former corrupt official and that I'm involved in this case somehow. Well, they're going to say how, which is complete bullshit. I'm not involved in that case at all. But Todd and JJ would just love to make up more charges against me. All right, where the hell did that go? There it is. There. I don't know why that's spinning out. I do have a whole nother copy. What did I say that was going to be? 28 something. It was 2801, something like that. All right, I got another one pulled up. Okay, let's full screen that. Oh, no, we didn't need that there. Hang on. What we need is this. Over here. We need that there. All right, we can close this one. Coming right back up. Stay calm. Stay calm. What y'all think about that big old bruise, Will? Hey, thank you, Jerry Woods. What's that say? When the attorney starts questioning him about being law enforcement, listen to what he says. We're real closely being law enforcement. Listen to what he says really closely. Oh, yeah? Thank you for that, Jerry. For both the super chat and the video tip. We will. We're catching all kinds of stuff that just ain't adding up, including the charges being insufficient. Like, the lawyer's going to do a good job arguing that. Like, it's got to fit the whole statute. It can't just be half of it. You know, apparently it's not illegal just to simply access the database in Kentucky government. You have to access it with the intent to defraud, conspire, or make money or make someone else money, which we all know JJ does that, but they're blaming this guy. All right, let's see. Present. Thank you for that $10, by the way. Very much appreciated. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if it'll be where it's at, too. Audio. Okay, there we go. We got it back. All right, let's go from here.
In the city of Muldrow. He hesitantly denied that. He said it was in his house, and other law enforcement officers could actually see that badge where it was. When he searched these individuals both by.
So his badge was at home, and he said other officers can verify that. I never even carry my badge. So he's obviously not out like impersonating using the badge. What are they just saying? Just because he accessed a database, that's supposed to be impersonation? I don't think so, Chief. I don't think so, Chief Timmy. That's not what the law reads, buddy. Read the law. Read it. The lawyer's getting ready to read it to you.
Date of birth, names, first name, last names, and actually there's two different people he's attempted to search. One successfully was a female here in Meade County, searched through her social security number. At this time, I'm not understanding where that came from or how he obtained her social as of yet.
Isn't it part of the, put a one in chat if you think it's part of an investigator's duties in a case with, especially with 104 felonies, to investigate, Chief? How come you don't understand? You didn't investigate? How the fuck are you charging this dude with 104 felonies when you don't even know? Like he's saying, well, somebody was accessed, but we don't even know why. Well, knowing why is half the battle. This is so fishy. God. Like I was excited to hear about another corrupt official being proven and called out. And now I'm just like, bullshit. It's because he was whistleblowing. Let's keep going. This is crazy. Chief, it's your job to investigate these matters and know it before you get on that stand. You idiot. He might be a nice guy. I don't know, but he don't understand law, and he damn sure don't need to be chief. And god damn, look at that head, bro. I think this motherfucker ran for sheriff against Wimpy too. Maybe it's a different one. Maybe I got the wrong guy. I don't know. But he sure as shit don't understand the law or his duty to investigate the case. You should already know this.
Social Security. Who's been beating the drum about corruption and all kinds of stuff? And
put a one in chat if you've been beating the drum about Meade County corruption. Me, I got a one. I've been beating the drum about Meade County corruption. There's a lot more drumming to be doing.
Huh.
Ah.
So if I were to hazard a guess, I think those of you that are friendly to this channel and friendly to some of the people involved. Now, I don't have any proof of this. I do
People
not have
involved.
any proof of this. I have no inside information on this. I'm watching this for the first time with you, even though I've had this access of this for, I don't know, I've had this video prepared for a while. I think.
What? Who gave you that video to be prepared in these records, Todd? And who are you trying to say is involved? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Even though you backed your ass by saying, I got no proof of it, but you're about to say it. You're about to say it. Let's hear you say it. Say it, Todd. Put your feet and toes in a square and stand the fuck up, little man, and say it. Let's hear it. Quit fucking playing this allegedly in Minecraft bullshit. Here we go. Say it with your chest.
I've had this like for almost 2 weeks. I was waiting on some paperwork to come in. As you know, I did my own audit and I went to go fill out a FOIA. And while I didn't really fill it out, I did an oral request. Never did get any kind of response from.
Oh, did the mayor not give you a response when you gave him oral? Todd, does that make you mad? You spent all that effort giving the mayor oral, and he didn't even respond to you? I bet you are upset, buddy. Yep. How much? How much for the oral? How much did he give you?
Muldrow, and then I was able to. It was able to be done the correct way, and I was able to procure these.
Oh, you didn't do the oral right. Shit, I thought you was a pro, Todd. Maybe you learned something. Did you learn something? Maybe he'll tell us if he learned something.
These documents, so you'll be able to see those here coming up shortly. But it's a.
He did, and guess what? They weren't public. They weren't public records. That shit's gonna get crazy. I can't wait for more. Let's keep going. Yeah, Todd's digging himself. No wonder cops are everywhere you go, Todd. You commit felonies. You fucking idiots.
Lesson learned. You know, there are things you have to do. There are hoops you may have to jump through. It might suck, but if you actually want to get the records, you may have to dot some I's and
give some oral. That's what Todd did. He said he gave some oral to get some records that he wasn't supposed to have. Did you get some help from your corrupt government official and oral? How much oral are we talking?
Cross some T's. You might have to do some things, right?
The other social that was a partial was his own actual Social Security number.
Okay. So let me finish my thought. Now, who's been talking about corrupt?
Me. So the chief just said that it was his own. It was that Ferguson guy's own Social Security number he put in. What was he checking himself to see if they put a warrant out for him? Probably. Put a one in chat if you think that's what it was. The chief was saying he almost had his own Social Security number in there. Damn, you really got to listen up to catch a lot of this shit. It's so corrupt. Todd's getting ready to accuse me of being involved in this case now. Here we go.
Corruption, and a female. Maybe this is a female that they're alleging is getting paid way more money than they're supposed to get paid. So
He's
they
talking
want
about Amber.
You know, how many times have we seen people here that go after the men or the content creators like me, and what they're doing really has next to no effect on me? So there.
Oh no, it has so much effect on you, Todd, that you literally use your channel to fucking cry about it every single day, and you get carried away and you make death threats on these people and their children. you threaten people because it gets to you so bad. You're like the worst conspirator, paid conspirator that a corrupt government official could ever ask for. But I love that he thinks that it has no effect on him. Okay, Todd. Here we go, though. They're going to blame me for being involved in this Meade County case 40 minutes from my house when I ain't done nothing in Meade County. Here we go. I want to hear about me.
What do they do? They go after your kids. They go after your wife. Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
You literally go after people's kids.
So what I'm saying is it possible, and I'm not going to say this person's name, but is it possible that this was opposition research on somebody based on the ethics hearing and the fact that there was no censure, there was no fine, there was no written reprimand. The case was just based.
What are we saying? Put it in the chat if you think Todd is accidentally saying that this dude that was trying to whistleblow and uncover corruption needed to pull JJ's girlfriend's whatever. Like, is that what he's saying? On accident? Is he saying, well, why, what about the case against Amber? Like, she's corrupt. Shouldn't he have ran her for warrants? Is that what the fuck he's accidentally saying? What an idiot. Todd, you're paid to fluff for them, not accidentally be so stupid that you make them look even worse than they already are. God, this shit's crazy. Here we go.
Basically left as, it didn't look good, but we're not sure if there was anything there.
Yeah,
but we'll leave it on the
They're
table in case somebody wants to pick it up later and pursue it.
Guilty.
So I'm just saying, it seems to me like there have been a lot of people that have been acting like rabid frickin' animals to try to go after a particular female that most of us probably know. Whether you like the channel or you hate this channel, you probably know who I'm talking about.
No, you're talking about Amber Brown. Who's going after Amber Brown? The channels are saying that Amber Brown is JJ's girlfriend who he cheated on his wife with, got pregnant, and tripled her salary, moved in with her, and is not paying any house payments or bills or anything because he's living off of the raises that he gave to his own household. That's what the fuck people are talking about. Right, Jerry? That's what they're talking about, right? Thank you, Jerry, for the $1.99. Why would corrupt people have warrants? They never do they, Jerry? And they should. Well, I'll tell you why they would. Why they would is because if Kentucky was babysitting their officials at all, then there's a lot of criminals in Meade County, Kentucky that are in government that should have warrants out for them right now. We'll start there. But they don't, and you're right, and we don't ever see that. So
Amber.
Okay.
So Todd's crying about Amber having videos made against her for stealing taxpayer money.
Tell me more about what he was posting on the social media platform. Did he have any purpose for that?
I think it was to validate his claims of me being disqualified for my job.
Uh-oh, Chief. You saying the whistleblower was claiming that you were supposed to be disqualified from your job? I'm going to dig into that one. I want to see if he's right or not. I bet I can help. I bet I can figure it out. Chief Timmy. I want to like this Chief. But, I mean, if you're buddy with Todd, you got to be corrupt, man. And why are you making false charges on people? Because you obviously didn't have these charges, and you obviously didn't conduct an investigation, and you're obviously trying to use semantics to push a false narrative on the stand under oath in front of a judge to put a man away for a long time. Why are you doing that, Chief? I'm not on Josh's side. I'm not part of Meade County. I don't care about campaigns. I love that they're whistleblowing, though. That part I'm on board with. And I want the whistle to be blown on all the corruption in Meade County. So, Timmy, are you one of them? Was that dude right? Put it on a chat if you think we should find out.
Based on personal or professional reasons, I'm unclear. Mr. Ferguson and I had multiple conversations that are documented through Messenger, as well as one conversation after a city hall meeting that I was there to help him and that he demanded accountability and that he expected all law enforcement officers to hold every person in that.
Now, who does that?
That sounds so bad. So we had a former government official running for another official position who this chief is like, that son of a bitch is on Facebook demanding government accountability. Oh no. Wow, can't have that, can you, chief? That made you angry enough to bitch about it on his court stand. Is that what we're witnessing here? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. We the people demand accountability from government officials, bro. Todd's getting ready to go against that narrative, though, I'm sure. Let's hear it.
That sound like? Now, I don't know who this Joshua Ferguson person is, but man, I'll tell you, it sounds an awful lot like good old grifty Chris Ryder might have been in this guy's ear, right?
Am I the only
now,
one, though?
There seems to be a lot of overlap between.
Am I the only one that thinks that government needs to be accountable or held accountable? Am I the only one? Put it on in chat if you're with me. If you're with Grifty Chris, as Todd says, in wanting government accountability. And with this Ferguson guy. Put it on in chat if you're with it. If you're with it for government accountability. Are we alone? Oh, Todd's like, oh, well, that sounds like one dude in the planet that I hate. Chris, what the fuck, bro? That dude is fucking obsessed with me. Am I the only dude on the planet? Here we go. Let's get back to court here.
Chris Ryder and Joshua Ferguson and Tiffany Napier seems to be perhaps secondary or tertiarily attached, or and there's a couple other people too. I really hesitate to say that there seems to be some overlap also with I'm not even sure that I should say the name, but you know who you are.
Overlap with you know who you are. I'm intrigued. Let's keep going.
And does
anybody know?
In that same realm of accountability, which is what I gave him when I did the investigation on Mr. Ferguson.
Okay. And did you?
If you did the investigation, you would have already known the answers to the prosecutor's questions about the investigation that were required to be able to facilitate these charges in full. That's what I'm hearing. It's going to get better.
Yeah, so the comment here is dumbwaiter was buddies with this guy. Now, if you don't know who dumbwaiter is, that'd be Chris
They call
Ryder.
me dumbwaiter from Kaiser.
Christopher Uranus Dick Ryder.
That's Kaiser
2.0. I've got his name right here. Right?
Oh, that's my picture. Oh, no.
That's him right there.
Is somebody obsessed?
If I were to remove this and remove that, you can see the title.
Obsessed.
Well, I am legend, but he is Christopher Uranus Dick Ryder. The fourth of his name. Put some respect on it. He comes from a great long line of anus dick riders. Respect. You see what I'm saying? Respect. You will respect my authority. All right. No, I'm not doing that, buddy. All right, let's get back to it.
Weird.
Let's go ahead and add this to the stage. So yeah.
I mean, I'm only pausing this so that I can criticize you, Todd, so that we're still in the fair use realm. You're a fucking idiot. Criticized. Fair use. Let's keep going.
This is Chris Ryder, Grifty Chris, and Tiffy too. Yeah, they're quite the pair. This ain't got
nothing to do with us.
In your investigation, did you name any of the individuals that he had searched during this time?
No, I've talked to a few of them. They're unclear. The ones I could get a hold of, they're unclear why he searched them and he warrants. They have no knowledge of why he done that. There is one individual that may be connected to another case that's actively being investigated.
Oh, look at there, y'all. Kelly, Amber's mom. Imagine that. One of Todd's fans. So this guy is saying no again to more investigation questions that he would be required to know. She said, do you know why he was searching people in Meade County? And he said, no, I asked questions, but I never figured it out. Don't you need to know? Put it on in chat if you need to know that before you make the charges. Like, what the fuck?
And there is one individual that claims that him and Mr. Ferguson have a personal issue with each other.
Okay.
All he's checking for is warrants, right? Active warrants. It's e-warrant. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna rewind
Unless
that
I'm
because
wrong.
you all distracted me with the chat here. Let's hear this again.
He got distracted by
Investigation on
Kelly
Mr.
Brown.
Ferguson.
Okay. And did you, in your investigation, did you name any of the individuals that he had searched during this time?
No, I've talked to a few of them. They're unclear. The ones I could get a hold of, they're unclear why he searched them in e-warrants. They have no knowledge of why he done that. There is one individual that may be connected to another case that's actively being investigated.
What?
Here we go. This is the part that we've been waiting for that involves me, at least according to Todd. He's going to say there was one individual that's under an active investigation, an active one. And Todd's going to say it's me. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Welcome back to another... Oh, you've been a member for 3 months? Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Gloria. Love our members. It's so nice having support from you all. We love you, Gloria. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with the allegations. The complete conspiratorial fucking nut job, obsessive nitwit allegations. Trying to get me thrown back in jail. On some bullshit. Ain't got nothing to do with Meade County, bro. Here we go.
What? Well, who might be interested in? Oh, wait, didn't we just see a live recently where somebody all of a sudden pulled out a bunch of interesting files that were some of which were cut off in weird ways?
Todd is trying to say that the laws that I published about vacating an official position whenever it's an incompatible position, I posted the entire law, all the full statute, both of them. I think it was 61080 and 61090, I think. They're on my community tab in full from beginning to end. Todd's trying to say that I was tricking you all and that I like cut them off or something. After this, go look for yourself. They're not cut off at all. It's the full thing. So that's it. They're just trying to spin the narrative, pamper, take the smoke off of the corrupt government that Chris busts or whatever. But Todd's accusing me of being part of this case. There's no active open investigation against me in the first place, Todd. And we're watching the courtroom footage, Todd. Remember, Todd, I live in Indiana, Todd. So stop being stupid, Todd. Here we go. Keep listening.
Do we know anybody like that might be, I don't know, like just spiraling out of control and desperate, like a coyote
control,
with its leg in the trap? Do we know anyone like? Shut up, GS. I'm gonna take your eggs. Hey, take it easy.
You got
take
eggs for
it
sale,
easy.
Todd?
And there is one individual that claims that him and Mr. Ferguson have a personal issue with each other.
Okay.
Issue?
Huh.
First of all, I don't have an issue with whoever this Ferguson guy is. So that don't apply. Let's keep going and see if there's more factors that Todd is wrong about.
Hey, what's up, Rain Call Girl?
And did you
Todd's getting
investigate any of his other employment situations to where he would have had access to the e-warrant system?
To my knowledge, I don't know for sure whether Meade County Detention Center allows them to have access to e-warrants.
Uh-oh. Maybe he was allowed access to e-warrants as a correctional officer. Timmy, the investigator on this case, who apparently doesn't investigate enough, Doesn't even know that. He don't even know if the guy was supposed to be able to use it. This is interesting.
But regardless of when he would have resigned from the constable position and became a sworn deputy jailer, he cannot carry 2 badges in the same county. He would have had.
And he didn't. Before you open your fat ass stupid mouth, Todd, he didn't. Because I saw the resignation letter on the date that he knew that he was taking incompatible position. He didn't break the law about that compatibility. He resigned from constable and then took the job as the corrections officer. So that guy didn't break the law. That was an opportunity. If he's such a felon, why didn't he do what JJ did and keep both jobs? Maybe this guy, maybe he is corrupt. I don't fucking know, but it don't sound like it so far. There we go. I want them to prove it. Let's go, baby. Let's prove it. What do you got to say, Todd? What do you got to say, Todd? What are you going to say to Fluff JJ?
Oh, interesting. Okay. So he's saying he can't carry 2 badges in the same county,
And he didn't.
right?
There's a resignation.
And wasn't that Chris Ryder's argument?
It is my argument. Thank you. On accident, he's verifying what I said. You can't. That's why this guy resigned when he left the constable position to take a job at the jail. Here we go. Keep it up, Todd. You're learning. We're drawing it in crayon for you, buddy.
Didn't he claim that JJ was a deputy sheriff as well as the jailer, which forced him to be vacated from the jailer?
Legally.
Is that,
But he broke
is that
the law.
listen, it seemed like he had all the documents, and we've never
the
known
law.
Chris Ryder to be anything other than an upstanding
And
exemplar
I had the record
for
with the dates.
like a bastion of,
Right?
of virtue, and
Didn't I
not
show
vice.
the FOIA
no,
record
not
with
vice.
the dates
You know.
and the law?
Do you know that Chris Ryder has built with his own bare hands over 1,000 gazebos?
You're
I mean,
embellishing.
yeah, it's inconvenient that he sucked that one cock. So
Whoa, now hold on there, Todd, before you get into worrying about sucking cock. You might enjoy embellishing your career to make it sound like you saw combat in the military, but that ain't me, bro. I have been I've been a general contractor since 2001. I have built a few gazebos, but don't try to embellish my career. I have not built 1,000 gazebos. You keep your bullshit in your mouth about your career because you can lie, but don't be trying to lie on my behalf. I have built a few gazebos. I've built a lot of decks. I've built a lot of houses. I've built a ton of kitchens. I've done a lot of roofs. I've done a lot of stuff. I've done a lot of repairs on commercial projects. I've done repairs on malls. I've even done the excavation jobs for the huge plumbing systems with a company for the mall, for the water and sewer. I've done that. Like, I've done a lot of things, Todd, since 2001. But don't try to embellish while you're dreaming of sucking dick about my career. You just continue to embellish and tell people your war stories when you never crossed the wire and you never seen no war. Fucker. I have not built 1,000 gazebos, as Todd's lying and saying.
now everyone's going to know him as being just a fucking cocksucker, no matter how many gazebos he builds from now on. He's always just going to be a cocksucker, Chris.
Don't you have to suck a cock before you become a cocksucker? Todd, that buffer looks like a buffer for a cocksucker you got going on there, buddy. Boop, boop. Oh, man.
I don't get to make all the rules, man. I just got to live by them. So I don't plan on sucking any cocks, Chris.
Why is he talking to me anyway? This is
stop.
a couple days
Just stop
ago.
now, Chris.
Like, why is
Just
he
stop
even...
now.
He gave up
Why
that
me?
access, which he did not
Oh, that's
do
right.
on October 28th when he resigned officially to the judge executive's office.
That's right. He's doing it because that's what he's getting paid to do by the government official, by corrupt government official. That's why he's doing it. All right, Chief Timmy, tell us what you got, buddy. Here we go.
Okay. And so he had accessed e-warrants at a time that he was.
So Miss Kelly Brown says he had documents with different names, not any from Meade County.
It's not supposed
Oh, kind of like
Whoa, hold on. Put a one in chat if you saw my FOIA documents from Scarborough's employment term for deputy and the other day. He's going to try to say that wasn't Meade County? Fuck, what the fuck? Put a one in chat if y'all saw that. That was a Meade County, only Meade County FOIA request. Fucking idiots. Is this how they fool their idiots that watch this stuff? The KKK club from Carrollton? Is this how they fool them just that easily? It wasn't from Meade County. It says on the fucking header that they're Meade County FOIA, you dipshit. God. Wow.
his claim that I was that I have a restraining order
Wow.
against me
By
from
church?
a church.
Yes, sir. And your wife has a huge bruise on her shoulder, bro. And you're not allowed to
Good
carry a
investigative
gun.
journalism there, buddy.
You're not allowed
I'm
to
sure
carry
you're
a
going to
gun.
show the. I'm sure you're going to show the evidence for that.
to
That's
access.
why you're not allowed to carry a gun, and you do have a restraining order from a church that lasted 7 years, and your wife has a huge bruise on her shoulder right now as we speak, and no jaw for some reason. Did something happen? And you come to a court hearing where you would love to be armed. We hear you say all the time that it's your wife's gun behind you on that thing right there, on that mannequin that you keep in your room and lick peanut butter off of. Why aren't you carrying the gun? You would love to. Oh, maybe there's an order. Maybe there's a court order from a protective order from a church where you're not allowed to carry the gun. That's why you carried the empty holster when you much rather would have carried the gun when you wanted to intimidate me and Tiffany away from our hearing. Oh, is that a crime too, Todd? Are you going to go to jail, Todd? Happy birthday, buddy.
He wants. Is that
From
correct?
October 28th to May 28th,
I'm waiting.
Okay.
2025.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So
And Chief,
the chief just testified. Here comes the defense. The chief just testified, and it's done. The prosecutor asked him all the questions. She said, "What did you learn in the investigation?" He said, "Nothing." She said, "What did it say? Did the dude say that he was a law enforcement officer?" He said, "Well, yes." He said that he was in an association. No. So the answer was no. So, no, I didn't find out anything in my investigation as far as the people that he ran warrants on. No, we don't know anything about it, right? We have no idea why he did it. We have no idea what the information was used for. And you know, and what was the other thing? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, and we don't actually have him saying he's law enforcement, and we have never known him to leave the house with a badge or show it to anybody. So that's what the officer just testified. Good job, Chief. The defense attorney is about to bust your ass with not knowing the statutes properly before you go trying to ruin people's lives because they hurt your feelings on Facebook. That's what it sounds like. Here we go. Ready for the defense?
where were you before you were Chief of Muldrow?
So this right here is this guy right here
Don't get distracted by Todd. Where were you before you were the chief of Muldrow?
is this is Joshua.
County Sheriff's
right?
Department.
And what was that, Edmonson County?
Edmonds County Sheriff's Department.
How long were
Oh, he was Edmonson County Sheriff's Department. I'm going to try to keep up with this. So, Chief was a sheriff for the Edmonson County Sheriff Department. Let's hear this questioning.
you there?
A little over a year and a half.
How long were you there? A little over a year and a half.
Where were you before?
So they just what does that have to do? Oh, they're trying to impeach his character, maybe. Oh,
Or maybe, let's hear it.
is that what they're doing?
Edmonson County.
I worked in Grayson County for 6 months.
Grayson County, the next place for a year and a half, and now Muldrow Chief. Let's hear this.
Now, you came to Muldrow, and it sounds like you and Mr. Ferguson, I don't want to say disagree, but he disagreed with the fact that you're working in Muldrow. Is that fair to say?
We had a
So the argument on YouTube was the whistleblower did not think it was right for this dude to be working in Muldrow. Let's keep going here.
great, I will say that based on the messages that I've read dozens of times, because I've tried to understand it myself, based on my beliefs, both in my faith and my Christianity, me and Josh had a good, solid relationship.
fuck's he talking about? They didn't ask shit about your Christianity or your relationship. What he said was, why is he calling you out, bro? Like, why is the whistleblower calling you out? Can you tell me about that? Where did you work before? How long did you work there? Their argument was because you're working here now. Wait a minute. I'm just now catching on. I think I'm catching on. Don't quote me on this, you all. But I read an article about a chief of police in that area, or a cop, maybe. Maybe it was an assistant chief. But one of them just got a lawsuit because they were under contract where they worked before, and they broke that contract to go work in Meade County and cost the taxpayers a bunch of money because that county filed a lawsuit for the dude just leaving them high and dry and becoming a cop in Meade County. Maybe it's this guy. I don't know. I'm really not sure. I'm dead serious right now. I'm not sure if it's him or not. It might be. I just read an article on it.
That relationship stopped when the officer in Muldrow was arrested. It kind of just turned in a different direction, which I was still unsure then. There was a night about 11:30, I've had to look the screenshots, that Mr. Ferguson had posted something attacking the mayor of Muldrow and myself.
Define attack. Attacking the mayor of Muldrow? That's getting interesting. I want to see this. How come they're not bringing it in court? Thank you, Jerry, with another $1.99. He's on the Brady list. Is he really? Put a one in chat, Jerry, if you're talking about this chief. Is he on the Brady list, bro? He's not even supposed to be testifying if he's on the Brady list. Thank you for that, super. I appreciate it. Yeah, if he's on the Brady list, then his testimonies don't mean shit.
So I messaged him. I was already asleep. Woke up, messaged him, and said, "Hey, man, I don't understand." Well, it autocorrected because I was using Siri. Said manhunt.
Sure.
From pretty much that point on, it became a very vicious, personal, defamational attack from Mr.
What
Huh.
do you mean attack, bro?
Kind of birds of a feather. Don't build gazebos, but suck dicks together. Allegedly in Minecraft. I'm sorry. Listen. I
Todd
repent.
can't stop thinking
I
about
repent.
sucking dick.
You know what? There's no reason for me to be crass like this. I can rise above it, right? I mean, listen. He only saw.
Rise above it, whack right on the forehead, Todd. Mushroom print. That dude's in love with sucking dick. He can't go 5 minutes without talking about sucking a dick. It's wild.
Sucked one cock.
Defamation.
So
I know.
Chris Ryder.
Maybe it's a word.
What is
maybe
it
it's
like?
not.
Damia, Saria, Padre, Ophelia, Sanctum.
Not only did Todd go off in this spin about sucking dick, but he's using mine. He's talking about me. God, man. Stop being gay for me, Todd. I don't like you at all. Like fucking nut job, man. Jesus. Ain't no wonder I gotta call the cops on you all the time, you pussy. Fucking weirdo. Obsessive cunt. Leave me alone, dude. Stop dreaming of sucking my cock. Wow. Whew.
You got to repent in order to be forgiven.
Ferguson. And at that point, I had no contact with him whatsoever.
I mean, I'm not religious, but isn't it against Christian to want to suck dick? Like if you're Todd? I'm not sure. Or play with people's asses or whatever. Ugh. Okay, I gotta quit talking about it. It's gonna gross me out.
And I'm sorry, I'm just trying to write down these things real quick. So, and it's your testimony that whenever he was a constable for this county, that he had the right to have this account.
Up to October 28th, 2024.
But the answer is that yes.
Yes, he signed the user agreement.
Whoa. So the lawyer said, is it possible that he had the legal right to have access? And then Chief said yes, I think. Now, maybe he's talking about to a certain date. Hang on. Let's keep listening.
And they gave him a password, gave him a username.
Yes.
all this stuff.
Yes.
Who gave him a password, I wonder? They gave him a password is what it said. Here, let's keep going.
Up until October 28th.
Yes.
And at that point, it sounds like he took a job with the Meade County Jail.
No, he actually moved out of his district, resigned to the judge executive office. And
Oh, there it is. Chief, you lied earlier. You said that he was holding both positions. See, Todd, this is what you should be telling JJ. This Josh guy apparently did resign. The chief just accidentally went against what he said earlier and just said, yes, he resigned. when he left the incompatible position so that he could become a jailer, Josh resigned, as he was supposed to by law. But I think we're talking about him having access. Like, who gave him the password, I wonder? Because shouldn't that be, put it on the chat if you think whoever gave him the password, like whatever human being gave him the password to start using the system, would also be the one that should remove him from the system. Put a one in chat if you would think that. That's what I'm thinking.
At that point, it was his obligation to the Commonwealth to call and remove himself and that access.
But he resigned. Who's he supposed to call? He's not even an official anymore. Is he supposed to call? Chief thinks he's supposed to call somebody? I would think whoever gave him the access, once he resigned, he gave an official document to resign. I've seen it. Once he's done that, then isn't it the person who he gave that paper to's job to remove his access? I would say so. This don't sound right. That the person that resigned is supposed to call and do it themselves? But they didn't give it to themselves. Why would they take it away from them? I don't believe it. This is getting fishier.
But whenever he moved, he came here and took a job with the jail.
And continued using e-warrants and representing himself.
If you can answer his question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I understand where he's going, just answer his questions.
Well done,
So
Judge.
you took a job with the jail, correct?
Yes,
And it was your testimony that you're not sure if they can use it or not.
I was unsure. No.
Damn, the chief that put all these charges on him, 104 charges, is unsure if he was even supposed to be able to do it or not. Imagine that shit. He don't even know if he... Chief, it sounds like you got called out on Facebook. You got butt hurt and you pressed a bunch of fake charges. What are you, fucking JJ? Is that who you are, Chief? What is this shit, Meade County?
Now, whenever you got this report on Facebook, someone from Muldrow contacted you?
Said something about it. Yes.
Okay, who was that?
That would be Mayor Anthony Lee.
Whoa! They're saying that the mayor was the person on Facebook, the member of the Facebook group, who did an anonymous report. Anonymous wrong about everybody. If this chief's telling the truth about this, the mayor? Guys, can the mayor be the complainant? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on in Meade County? Holy shit. They're getting all tore up over getting exposed on Facebook. And they start fucking, well, I want to be the anonymous reporting party for a chief to not do an investigation, and in your fake investigation, learn absolutely nothing, and then read half of a statute and charge this dude with 104 fucking felonies. Oh my God. This place is so corrupt. Jeez.
Along with several other visual. And it was actually, I saw it that night. It was posted as well as the following day.
Okay, so at that point, you became curious as to what's going on.
I wasn't curious. I was making sure he was actually not violating the law.
I wasn't curious. I think he was getting ready to say I was mad. But he said, I was just making sure he wasn't violating the law, so I ran an active investigation with no probable cause. That's what it sounds like he's saying. Todd's going to spurg out in his favor. Holy shit. I got a joke for y'all. A mayor, a police chief, and a jailer walk into a bar.
He was doing an investigation. He wasn't just curious because it wasn't gossip. He was trying to conduct an investigation.
No, that's the joke. That was it. No, he did an investigation. He didn't have probable cause, it sounds like. And then he got nothing out of the investigation. And somehow they came out of it. You got a mayor, a motherfucking police chief, and a whistleblower here in this case. What is going on? I hope this dude don't win the election. But I think he's the only hope. I think if it's a dude I'm thinking, he's the only one running against Wimpy. God, it ain't gonna get no better if we get him. Listen up, people in Meade County. Somebody run. Somebody run for jailer. Somebody run for sheriff. Holy shit. Somebody run. People need to run in that town. They need some brand new blood. This is crazy.
Investigation.
God.
Good on you,
Run
Mr.
for
Jackson,
mayor.
or Chief Jackson. Sorry. Put some respect on his name.
Okay, so you weren't curious about it at all.
Well, I would have never thought a person that took the same oath I did would do such a thing.
That is true.
Ooh, what did the chief oath to? The Blue Line Gang? Because what this Ferguson guy said on the Facebook post, the such a thing that upset his feelings so much, is he said, I want to hold all government employees accountable and responsible for their duties. That was the post. What the fuck? Here we go. Gregory Hupp dropping a big $2 bombshell. Did they hurt the bar? I don't know why I'm lost on what that question is. I'm so sorry. Did they hurt the bar? Damn. Pass the bar. Help me out, y'all. Help me out. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. All right, let's keep running. I'm sorry I didn't understand the question. That's probably my fault.
So when did this Facebook
Hmm. Hmm.
Dude posted, y'all are corrupt.
It came out on May 22nd.
of this year?
Yes.
Okay. And then you went and did a soft search with Officer Cobb.
Brandon Cobb,
Oh,
he's
that
the
bar.
branch manager for KY
Oh, my
Ops
God.
in New Orleans.
Greg, I'm so sorry. Did they hurt the bar? Well, they pressed 1,000 felonies on it. That should be the punchline. That bar. Thank you, Greg. Thank you guys for bringing me back to my bad joke. Yeah. A corrupt jailer, a corrupt chief, and a corrupt mayor walk into a bar and pressed 1,000 felony charges on it. There it is. That's it. That's all I got.
He's their IT manager.
And you said that
They pressed assault charges on it because they walked into it. Get it? That's so bad.
several logins or
52 exactly.
52 logins from using his username and his password.
Yes.
And then you mentioned it was from 9 different IP.
Wait a minute. He wasn't trying to hide it, was he? If he was using his username, his password, he logged in 52 times. He may or may not have had access lawfully, says the chief is saying. He may or may not had any intention other than just looking to see if people had warrants. Where's the crime? We're trying to find the crime here. The only thing that we do know that the dude was doing was he was offending the chief's feelings for asking him about his position as chief. That's all I'm hearing so far. Thank you so much, Jerry Woods, for dropping another $1.99 with nothing to say. Just dropping $2. Thank you, buddy. You can always say something on those too, by the way. Thank you.
9 different IP addresses. And when you do these logins,
Hold on. So with 9 different IP addresses, that means 9 different locations, correct?
Yes.
Internet locations.
Not necessarily. If it's a VPN, tell me if I'm wrong, chat. Unless they're confirmed VPNs that are part of a particular known address, it's quite possible that it could just be a VPN bouncing IP.
So
First of all, Todd sounds like he's trying to learn about how to commit cybercrime. Second of all, wouldn't it be more likely that it's just a fucking cell phone? Moving towers? Put a 1 in chat if you think it's more likely that the person was just using his login from a cell phone, moving towers, which is an unsecured device, right? Rather than using a VPN, using different cell towers. What, Todd? The fuck, dude? Put your hat back on. Put that fucking foil back on your head, bro. That's weird. What do you mean?
whenever you say that he logged in 9 times, you just know that 9 times somebody used his information to log in, correct?
no, because when you do a
9
login, it's a
logins.
2-part verification. He gets a cell phone code,
Whoopsie.
which went to his cell phone, and it was verified through his carrier.
Cell phone.
Whoopsie. Wait, you
It's
didn't
not
ask
a
your
whoopsie.
client
He
about
wasn't-
that?
He didn't
See,
hide it.
here's the thing about a lawyer.
Oh,
Usually, and maybe this guy,
look at Amber's mom's comment. Let me make that big screen. Look at Amber's mom's comment. Actually, I need to do it just like this. Look at that. Facebook seems to get certain people in lots of legal trouble here where I live in corrupt Meade County. We use Facebook to charge people with false crimes around here. You ain't gonna get away with exposing our corruption around here. We use Facebook to charge people with false crimes around here. Is that a good impression? That's what I think she probably sounds like.
think he already knows the answers to a lot of these questions, right? Usually lawyers try not to ask questions that they don't already have a pretty good idea what the answer is.
Now you're
That's
on
usually how
fire.
you get your client
Yep.
chucked
So he
into
knew the
jail.
chief didn't know shit.
Silence would be golden normally.
point.
It's in the audit.
Hey, what's up, Mav? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
And then you mentioned that he said he was still active in the constable organization, correct?
Yes.
But that's not saying he's a constable.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I just wanted
Oh.
to.
No, that was
Chief, so you knew that when he said he was active in the Constable Association, that it's not him saying he's a constable. You son of a bitch, Chief. You lied on the stand earlier. They were asking you if he was impersonating a police officer. You said, yeah. Damn, Chief. What's up with that? Here we go.
prior to this events on Facebook.
And then you said some other officers saw his badge. What badge?
He mentioned that in a recording. He said he was recording. He had some questions about a contract I was
Is
under.
it, did you?
He said, I asked him, I said, I've had people tell me that you wore your badge in Muldrow, and I've heard that a few different times from different people in the city of Muldrow.
Wait a minute. You've wore your badge in Muldrow. He was the constable. I bet he did wear his badge in Muldrow. I heard people talk about it. Was it Amber and Kelly and all them other motherfuckers on Todd's channel? They go, Facebook gets people in trouble here in our town. Fucking shit, man. Here we go.
And I didn't think it was happening. I wasn't paying attention that it was. Josh seemed like a pretty solid guy.
So whenever
So did Christopher Ryder until he started asking some questions.
Thought we were supposed to ask questions. Isn't that what the whole platform over there is supposed to be? We're only asking questions. Why you get so angry? That's what they always say. Why you get so angry? We're only asking questions. Well, they make accusations. We actually ask questions.
you said officers saw the badge,
That's what he said.
okay, but no, you haven't spoken to a specific officer who saw him doing this or saw him with the badge.
No, he just told me the officers knew where his badge was in this.
So the Chiefs got absolutely nothing to say that this dude impersonated. But the guy's sitting on 52 fucking impersonation felonies. Chiefs got absolutely nothing. Even the cop said, never heard it, never saw it, never got anybody to testify to it. His badge is confirmed to be at his house,
In his
which he's
home.
allowed to keep, by the way. He just can't use it.
And in looking at the charges, so there's roughly, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting super precise here, but there's roughly 50 counts of unlawful access and roughly 50 counts of impersonating a peace officer.
Yes.
And now, are you saying with each login in, he committed each of those?
Each time he did that search on different dates and times, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so they fluffed the charges by giving 2 charges for each one thing. So it's really just one thing 52 times. They gave the same shit they're doing in my case, like making stuff up about it, like half-assed half of the fucking statute, and then they're trying to say, well, because you did it, this, and this, it's going to be this law, this law, this law, that. You can't combine a bunch of fucking laws and slap them all in there to make it look like one violation. Anyway, so here we go. That's how we're getting over 100. Chief's saying that he signed in 52 times, and Chief's trying to say that that's impersonating a police officer, which he didn't impersonate a police officer at all, according to the statute. The state's got nothing in their investigation. They came up empty-handed to suggest that he did impersonate at all. The chief lied and said that when Josh told him that he was in a constable association, that was supposed to be somehow identifying as an officer when it's clearly not. Chief just said, I know it's not. What the fuck do we got going on here? Let's keep going. This is crazy.
So as any defense attorney would likely smartly do, he's going to try to get as much of this.
What he's going to do, Todd, is he's going to read the actual statute out, and he's going to show the court that does not apply. Same thing my lawyer is going to do, Todd. Same thing any regular lawyer would do. They're going to say, You dumb fucks don't even have the whole statute figured out here. Why am I in this room? Why is this man getting charged? Oh, for whistleblowing. That's what I think.
As many of these infractions tossed out, right? Like, why would you keep charging him for doing the same thing at the same time in the same day?
Good point, DG. They actually didn't even prove it was him that signed in. Somebody else could have been using his stuff. Wow, man. They didn't do shit in this investigation.
If it's only one iteration, right? Like, I don't even know what the guy's line of thinking is on this, but I mean, you want a defense attorney that's going to try to get you off, right? I mean,
there he goes, talking about getting some dude to get him off again. Weird.
Don't be pigs. That's not what I'm talking about.
And you also mentioned that whenever he was doing these searches, the only two that you noticed was a female social security number and his own social security number.
Well, the way the audit and the way the logins work, you can do simple searches and it's just going to show warrants through that county. But no, in the actual case report, you can see where Mr. Ferguson went in and searched different counties. Anywhere from Jefferson, Fayette, Logan, LaRue.
Hey, Killa, you gotta spell it out. What am I?
So he just searched different counties to see if they had active warrants on 11 people. Remember, Todd was saying that I'm one of them people earlier. We're not done yet.
What am I looking at, bro? I'm trying to run the show. I can't really. I mean, is this something that's like super? Oh, okay, Roger. That's not until look. We can't reveal that. We cannot reveal that until the goal gets achieved, chat. So, okay, okay, thank you. Now I know what this is about.
Oh, they're begging for
I was
money
like,
right
hold
now.
on, don't distract me.
Let me
yes.
Split second to criticize Todd. Your fucking beard looks like a buffer for black men with very large members. Criticize, fair use.
You may want to check out. You may want to get the goal so we can show you some of the fun stuff that the reason why tuberculosis.
I heard photos floating around of Todd's wife kissing a black dude, but that upsets him. Todd is very racist. He does not like black men. Maybe that's why.
Was blowing a gasket last night.
Have you seen that photo?
Laurel,
I forgot about
counties outside of his jurisdiction. Who he searched inside of those counties, I can't tell you.
The only specific things he did was he typed in one social security.
Wait, did he say generally specific?
No. That's not what he said. Todd's hoping that the corrupt police chief here in the corrupt county of Meade, at the corrupt Meade County Court, will say his fucking YouTube channel name. God, dude. No, he didn't. Here we go. Rewind it and see.
Counties outside of his jurisdiction. Who he searched inside of those counties, I can't tell you.
The only specific things he did was
he said the only.
No.
Did he just say?
He said the only specific thing he did. Todd, your ego is bursting through your butthole. The fuck? God. This dude thinks his channel's something. Holy shit. I got a corrupt government official on my channel. I'm the best thing ever happened on YouTube. No, bro. Kaiser was better than you. He had like 8,000 subs. You ain't shit. You're barely even usable. You keep fucking everything up, too. You keep fucking it all up for the corrupt government officials.
Generally specific? I might have to cut that.
11 different names, first name, last name, and did a broad search through e-warrants for those 11 different.
Listen carefully. They're clearly saying that there were 11 people that were ran. Todd is saying that I am one of the people that were ran. Okay? Keep listening.
Meade County residents.
Why would I have been ran? Why are they saying I was ran by this guy? Why would I be ran? I fucking knew about my warrants after they served them on me. Why the fuck would the dude be running me? I live in Indiana, by the way. So they've clearly established 11 people were ran. 11 people were ran. Hang on.
That's all we have right now. Thank you.
Spread anything else for this witness?
Just a couple. You said he had searched 11 different Meade County residents. Did he, I'm sorry, I think you already testified.
What did she just say? 11 Meade County residents. Why are these motherfuckers calling my judge and shit? Why are these motherfuckers making it? I'm not a Meade County resident. There's your prosecutor sitting right there saying 11 Meade County resident. Stop trying to incriminate me in some bullshit. Todd. Quit calling my fucking judge, Todd. Quit calling my fucking prosecutor, Todd. Happy birthday.
Did you contact any of those people?
I've talked to 30.
We got ND14 with a
I'm not a Meade County resident, Todd. Clearly I was not ran, Todd. I'm not part of that, Todd. Fucking idiot. I have no part of that.
spicy dollar.
I'm not involved in that case, Todd. I'm just reviewing it because you don't know how. Somebody had to review it appropriately. This chief's obviously corrupt. Maybe the dude that was a former constable is telling the fucking truth. Did you ever think of that? Maybe he's actually busting corruption out of that town. Did you ever think of that? We know it exists. Damn. Seems to be a lot of them.
$99.
I wanted to like that,
How
Chief.
dare you?
Too bad I
But he
can't.
dares. He dares. Indeed he
I don't-
does.
I don't know. I don't have it in me to be able to support a law enforcement officer who abuses their position because they get butthurt over being exposed or even having a tense conversation about their official positions on social media and using their position to fucking slap a bunch of fake ass charges on somebody. This is obviously not a case. You don't have a case here. You know, maybe there was one, but he sure as shit didn't develop it. Yeah, they just slapped this dude with fucking random charges here. Half-ass. It's insufficient. Fucking show me the proof. Where is it? There's none. We're watching it in the courtroom. There's none.
The spicy $1.99 to help us get to the tuberculosis fund, the TB fund, the lunger, the taints beware fund. Thank you very much. And couldn't happen to a better group of people.
Todd thought it was funny that he made fun of my lawyer getting surgery for his cancer. Yeah, he wore a maxi pad on his head and pretended to be my lawyer who was he was still in the chair from surgery from having cancer removed. Todd is very proud of himself for making that video. It's cancer, Todd.
Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America.
Fuck.
Huh? Isn't this America?
Hold on. I need to make that. Let's see. Need to make that go away for a minute. I don't do commercial content on my stuff, so only an idiot would do that. Here we go. We're back. There we go. Only an idiot like Todd would do that.
We're lucky, coming soon to a county near you. To a county near you. Maybe. We'll see.
At this time. The other ones I have no
Thank
way.
you very much.
Hold up.
Okay. And were they aware that he was searching them, or?
I can't imagine that they would be, no.
Okay. I have no further questions.
All right. So there it goes. Debunked. The new rumor that they intended on spreading on YouTube. Todd in his capacity as the paid conspirator for JJ, they have been fluffing this piece for a minute. They've been trying to say that this dude, this former constable, was involved with me, and that my name was involved in this case, and that later they were going to expose it, but they're not, because it's already done. It was 11 Meade County residents, and if the dude ran me and I didn't know about it, why the fuck would that even matter anyway? He's looking for corruption in Meade County. If he did use the system or whatever to look up to see if people had warrants, it would make sense to me that he's looking to see if government officials that he's trying to catch and expose are putting warrants out on people to make false arrests. I don't know. Anyway, but no. I'm not a Meade County resident. You can hear the prosecutor. She's clearly saying that it's only Meade County residents, 11 of them. Do the math. It's done. It's not me. Don't have nothing to do with me. So we can stop that bullshit now.
Anything else from this witness?
Uh-oh, tuberculosis. Everybody wants to see why you were spurging out. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, thank you, Gloria. Todd wants me in jail so bad. Well, that's what he's getting paid by JJ for, is to try to get me put in jail. Todd has been calling my prosecutors and my judge every single day, making up lies about me. Like saying that I'm involved with this dude that just got 104 charges in Meade County. He calls my prosecutors every day. And then he wants to cry that I report him for trying to intimidate a participant in a legal proceeding, for committing obstruction of my due process. It ain't no welfare check, motherfucker. You're going to prison for what you're doing, Todd. It's not a welfare check.
I want to see that list. Okay, well, we have a lot of show between now and then, but if we make the goal as a little appetizer, I might bring a couple of people up on panel and maybe we'll recreate it. King Bluto for $10 says, let's get that goal so we can see. Why
do I don't understand why it's, never mind. I don't understand why people create YouTube content, but I do. I shouldn't have asked that. I was going to say, why do people want to use their YouTube to hurt other YouTubers? But I do know why. It's because he's getting paid by JJ. Duh. No, my bad. I shouldn't even have started it.
Lunger spur out. He uses text to speech, guys. So, and King Bluto has a pretty thick accent. So that poor text to speech is trying to figure it out. Miss Lucinda says, "Happy birthday, GS." Well, thank you so kindly. But listen, spitters are quitters.
Can't we?
That was horrible.
Can't
Sounded
we?
like a complete duck.
Spitters are quitters. I guess Todd says it saying he swallows. I don't know. That's coffee. That's coffee, Todd.
Massive. What are you
See
doing?
what you drink out of.
Shut your mouth, girl.
I almost spit coffee.
Coffee.
Don't be a spitter.
and look, if anything that I don't want goes in my mouth, Todd, I'm not like you. I ain't going to ingest it.
Oh, God.
I like that clip. Me and Tiffany have a lot of
All
fun.
that shit.
Like, no matter what we're going through, me and Tiffany are always having a good time. It says a lot, right? Put a one in chat if you think that means we're doing good. Our haters, man, they can't stand seeing that we're always happy somehow. Really bothers
Listen
them.
to Tiffany, Chris.
Mind your business, Todd. What's that? What's that big old bruise on
No,
your
Your Honor.
shoulder, buddy?
Nothing, thank you.
You got Bad Company with a spicy 279. Thank you very much. Looks like we might be getting this goal.
I gotta do a criticize break so that we stay in fair use. Todd, I'm criticizing the size of the bruise on your wife's shoulder. Is that all you could do, buddy? Here, let me is that all you got, Todd? Is that it? It's weak, bro. What'd she do? Make the wrong sandwich? I gotta criticize for fair use. Todd, I'm criticizing your ability to squeeze like you mean it, pussy. If you're gonna do it,
We're almost there, aren't we?
I don't
Thank you very
condone
much.
that.
Appreciate it. Hit that. Everyone, make
Just
sure
saying.
you like the fact that he did that. What are we gonna do for that?
They're always projecting. That's what these people do. They project. So when they accuse me of woman beating, it's because they beat women. I'm sure of it. When they accuse me of anything, it's because it's what they're doing. Every time. Psych 101. It's always so obvious with these people.
Let's do.
Hello, I'm Butters.
Everyone knows it's butter.
Man, this dude and his commercial content. Real quick, at least.
All right, Ryder definitely went Butters over the last 3 or 4 days.
I like
He
Butters.
is super duper triggered. By the way,
Butters is adorable.
Frauder Watch says, "Well, I learned something today. Many happy returns for the day, Jess. Well, I'm glad you."
Frauder Watch. The one who likes to make fake documents and send to the corrupt government officials. Frauder Watch. The little lying Aussie. Frauder Watch. Now, who's Todd's audience? They're not new. It's the KKK Carrollton group and Michael Kaiser's idiots. And now the corrupt Meade County government and their family members. That's all you got.
You learned something.
Your Honor, impersonating a peace officer is not something as simple as even saying you're a peace officer. There's several different aspects to it. He has to
He said impersonating a police officer is not as simple as just accessing a database. There's more to it, you know? That's what the lawyer just said.
pretend to be a peace officer or represent as a law enforcement or act with authority or approval. I'm not thinking they need any of those things. He's not putting himself as an officer. He's not impersonating an officer. He's not pulling anybody over. He's not saying.
He didn't do anything to make anybody submit to his authority. He didn't even tell anybody he's a police officer. What the fuck? Chief, lawyer's asking you, how the fuck did you come up with 52 fucking charges, felony charges on this man, when not one thing that you said suggests that this man has impersonated in any way, shape, or form? Holy corruption, Batman.
Writing citations of any kind.
Ooh, shots fired. Don Heron. I'm sorry, Don.
I don't care about Todd's little drama chat right now. That was fucked up. He should be pausing it to say, holy fuck, what did we just hear? There was zero reason, no facts to suggest that this dude committed what he's charged with 52 felonies for so far. Nothing. He never once impersonated an officer any way, shape, or form by any of the standards, any of the facts at all. And Todd's going to talk about fucking drama in his chat instead.
Ferguson, did you hear that? Did you hear that? The next one is going to be what? Uh-oh. Baby Shark's going to be next. Uh-oh. Somebody's trying to trigger Don.
The most important part as it comes to this hearing is you have to do those things with intent to induce another to submit to pretended official authority.
There it is. Thanks, lawyer, for teaching the chief how to read the full statute, like a whole paragraph. How do you not know, chief? How do you not know that you got to fulfill all the elements that's in there? It says, with intent to cause a person to submit to your authority. The dude didn't even identify as a police officer. He certainly wasn't trying to get anybody to submit to that authority. Thank you, Mr. Lawyer, for teaching the chief of police how to read a simple Kentucky Revised Statute.
He has to be doing those things in order to make another person act in a certain way.
That's exactly how all my charges are, too, in Meade County. None of them fulfill anything. They have no facts based to factualize anything they alleged on me. Just little bits and pieces, and they go, well, I'm going to make that fit. I'm going to make it fit. It says you can't be in Kentucky after 9 when you're not wearing your glasses, so that means he can't be in Kentucky after 9 even if he don't wear glasses. What the fuck? What? This is how these people are. Chief of police.
Point, has there been any testimony that he is even contacted?
Oh, uh-oh.
The only testimony.
Well, you snuck that in, didn't you? Jonathan P., he's learning. He's learning the trigger words.
Commercial content, not mine. I'm not using it. Nothing to do with it. Todd's the one stealing shit. Not going to do it here. Be done in a second. Oh, I hate having to review other people's shit. All right. I ain't getting my channel struck.
What's up, Grandma? Grandma Wolf in the house. How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
What we have is that he looked up these people, that the officer actually followed up with these people, and these people told the officer he has no idea why he was searching or that he was even searching for.
Okay, you guys are just
So the officer is like, "Hey man, he searched them, and I asked the people, and I have no idea why." you ain't fulfilling the statute there, Chief. You didn't know why. That's why you're supposed to investigate. And when your investigation comes up empty-handed, it means you don't proceed to go to Sydney fucking Durham to have the charges done. This prosecutor, guys, put a one in chat if this lady needs to lose her bar license. The prosecutor there, she'll prosecute anything for these fucking corrupt ass cops.
blowing up the super chats.
She wasn't
For
even
Baby
supposed to
Shark.
prosecute on my
Sorry.
case.
Sorry.
She'd already recused.
Sorry, Dawn. Sorry.
She did it anyway.
Sorry.
Then gave it to a special prosecutor.
You can tell. You can
After
tell
she
that
did
they're
it,
from
being
the person
recused.
saying sorry is from Canada because the way they say it.
One in
Right?
chat if you think prosecutor
You know?
for Meade County needs to go bye-bye from law. Oh my gosh, commercial content. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing commercial content? Hang on. I ain't doing commercial content. We got more court here. We got 52 more charges to go through. They've already testified on behalf of the state, so it's only the defense you're going to hear. So we're almost done. All right, here we go. We're back. I'm not playing this commercial content.
Jonathan P. with contributes the last $2 says goal. What are we gonna do for goal? There we go.
One happy elephant.
Damn
I
it.
just want to buy.
God, what the? Why is he doing that? That is commercial content. If you guys are new to YouTube channels, do not use commercial content. They will absolutely fucking demonetize your channel. So I don't know what's taking them so long demonetizing Todd. Everything he posts is commercial, apparently, or somebody else's. It's almost over. Hang on. All right, here we go. All right, Todd, stop playing commercial content. We want to watch the courtroom footage. Whew, here we go.
Yeah, shut your mouth, funny guy. All right, we got about another, I don't know, couple 3 minutes here.
So every single one
Let
of
me rewind this again because we interrupted it a few times. So
it's a pretended official authority. He has to be doing those things in order to make another person act in a certain way. At no point has there been any testimony that he has even contacted anyone. The only
yep, I have it unlisted currently. I will be releasing this in my
He hadn't even contacted. Anyway, let's go.
video section, by the way. My video section is currently unlisted. I will release this
So far.
relatively soon
So far.
in my video section. I'm trying not to use up all my
So far, put a one in chat if you think that this Ferguson guy is at least innocent of all 52 of the impersonating an officer
time
charges.
tomorrow afternoon or so.
One in chat if you
know,
think at
remind
least
me
so
if I
far
don't-
he's
don't see
innocent
it go,
of all
get
52
posted,
impersonating an officer charges.
not behind a paywall, by the way.
Based on
If
the
you,
facts
if
you're
you
watching.
see it not, if you English, do I even speak it? Okay, just remind me, please, chat. Remind me to post it. We got a Chief Kickabitch of the Slapaho tribe. Says hello all. Thanks. Yes, feeling better. Hope everyone is doing well. Too. Happy birthday, generally
Oh, shit.
specific. How dare you?
You think you should
And
make $4?
all the trigger
Yeah, but
words.
that don't include everything. Oh, that's commercial. Stop it. Stop it. Good grief, man. Are we ever going to get past this commercial content? Hang on. Holy shit, dude. Just play the fucking courtroom footage. All right, here we go. Try this again. We got 3 minutes left.
He said the Gandalf. All right, 10-minute timer begins.
testimony we have is that he looked up these people, that the officer actually followed up with these people, and these people told the officer he has no idea why he was searching or that he was even searching for.
Okay, so what do you say? Wait, what is this guy arguing? If there's a peep at Tom creeping through my window, recording my goings on in my house, and I'm not aware that they're peeping and creeping and recording. No harm, no foul.
He's comparing a dude, seeing if someone has warrants. Todd is wow, he really is fucking mental. Like he got some dementia, or not dementia, but paranoia going on. Todd is comparing a person seeing if people have warrants to peeping in his window. Way to play the victim card, I guess, Todd. Yeah, it's a good question, Donna. In a lot of states, anybody can look and see if you got a warrant or who's got warrants. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. I don't see why it would be a big deal.
Like, what is the argument here?
You definitely ain't peeping in nobody's window. But the argument here, Todd, is this. The lawyer's saying, my client did not, through any of what y'all just testified to, my client did not impersonate a police officer in any way, shape, or form. At all. That's the argument here, Todd. Listen up.
Like, well, they had no earthly idea why he'd be it's probably some personal grudge, right? Or doing somebody else's bidding, or, I mean, here's the interesting thing.
Todd, not everybody else takes a few bucks and uses everything on their life to do somebody else's bidding, buddy. Is that what you're doing, Todd? Are you projecting? Are you taking a few bucks to do somebody else's bidding?
It seems like that there's a strong possibility, if not a confirmed possibility, or it seems like, we'll just stick with it. Seems like somebody like Chris Ryder, for example, might take some of those super chats or some of that money that's supposed to be meant for Tiffany's child support, and might give.
Where's my super chats? Todd says I'm making a bunch of money over here and I'm supposed to pay Tiffany's child support. What? First of all, I ain't seeing the super chat. Y'all are more than welcome to show me some super chats, but it don't go to no child support. I have never made a child. I don't have to pay child support, and neither does Tiffany. So, when you super chat over here, you're not paying child support. You're super chatting the channel, which is very much appreciated. We love making money. It helps us eat. It helps us put fuel in our vehicles. It helps us be able to do open records requests and pay for them. It helps us pay our rent and for our horses and for feed. And all super chats are very much greatly appreciated. This is not a grift. I am not Todd, and I will not embellish the reason or lie to you about what we do with the money. So I'm going to tell you this. It don't go to child support. It's not supposed to. Why would I pay child support to something? We don't have any. Think about that. We don't have a reason to pay any child support, neither me or Tiffany, and I don't even have any kids.
Give it to a person who has access to.
We spend plenty of money, and that includes for Tiffany's kids. But we don't have a reason.
The databases that would be willing to
pay child support. Think about that, Todd. Maybe you're wrong.
I don't know, if you're willing to break the law by accessing something that you have no right legally to access,
but
lawfully to access.
But the law says that accessing it alone is not illegal with the intent to defraud. Todd can't read a full paragraph.
Because you resigned your constableship? You might not have any problem whatsoever with somebody greasing your palm with a couple $100 to do that.
So every single one of these searches leads to an oblivious individual that he put no authority onto and led no way to induce them to do anything or otherwise to act in reliance. That's a quote.
He was just harmlessly looking up people's personal information. There's no crime here. Show me the victim. Where's the body?
There's no way that he can be charged with impersonating a peace officer. It's absolutely a two-step.
He is saying, where's the victim? like who's not one person has said that, oh yeah, this guy made me submit to him calling himself law enforcement. Not one. There is no victim. That's right. Where's the victim? That's part of the defense in the courtroom. Oh my God. He thinks this shit is fake.
You have to act like a peace officer and you have to enforce or induce.
Todd has zero respect.
They've offered zero proof of that, and in fact, they've only offered proof of the opposite, that these people had no idea what was going on. Whenever you talk about unlawful access, again, we see that.
Please, for the love of all that's holy, please, I hope this, did she already leave? Did she already leave the table, the female representation, the prosecution? The pushback on this should be like, what? So if your argument counsel is like, I mean, tell me, listen, guys,
We're listening.
hey, you guys, look, I don't know crap about law. I mean, I'm no Tiffany.
You definitely don't know crap about law. The statute. Like, read the statute, Todd. The prosecutor probably left because she's like, fuck, I shouldn't have prosecuted this. Dang it, this lawyer just read the statute. Uh-oh. God. Let's hear Todd's legal advice.
Napier staying up at 3 a.m.
He's mad because Tiffany's taking law school. Sometimes she is up till 3 a.m. doing it, Todd. What have you ever done, buddy? Leave bruises on your old lady's shoulder? Oh. I don't care. When Tiffany has to stay up and go to school, it makes me proud of her for accomplishing that and for pushing through and persevering through your bullshit online amongst all the other people's bullshit online while receiving fake charges from corrupt government and still standing for accountability for we the people and raising their kids and paying her bills. I'm proud of her. But I'm going to tell you what. You might get mad at your old lady for staying up past 3. But you ain't going to push that narrative over here, bud.
Getting a 3.75 GPA at some diploma mill in Indonesia.
3.7.
That's not me, guys. I'm not good like that. I'm just some schmo on the internet.
Todd.
I'm just some entertainer who wants to fight the world, apparently. I'll fight everyone, I guess. I don't know. That's just how I roll, apparently.
Todd can't figure out why the other day, when he threatened to go to Fort Knox to hurt people, it's the most secured facility in the United States of America, he can't figure out why the cops were called on him. He thinks that it was a welfare check.
I'm just some schmuck who likes to smear cream cheese and lox on my bagel.
What you are, Todd, is a person who's never been held accountable by the law. And you really need it. Like, if anybody needs it, it's somebody like you who wants to hurt people, who really genuinely wants to hurt people. You need to be held accountable, bud.
As you do if you have any kind of taste. And bagels are the best form of bread that has ever existed.
There's only so long you can try to intimidate a participant. It's a felony. I'm not playing with you. You wanted me to make sure that I knew that you were not going to quit unless I made sure that you suffered consequences for your actions. So I'm here. It's coming. It's happening. You're welcome. You begged.
And I'll have words with anyone that says otherwise. You're a fool.
Happy birthday. Did you like the red and blues in the parking lot on your birthday? That was nice of me, wasn't it?
If you think that I'm wrong.
That
said, I hope she pushes back on this nonsense right here.
There's nothing to push back on. They gave the facts. They didn't have any.
This guy's argument is, oh, because they were oblivious and because this and because that. I mean, just because some creepy dude walks into your house, steals half your underwear out of your underwear drawer, ladies. If you
has nothing to do with underwear, breaking houses is literally accessing the warrant database to see if people had warrants. They're trying to say that he was impersonating a police officer. Then they're saying that the access somehow constituted the second part of what has to be there for it to be a crime. They're trying to say that accessing it was somehow him defrauding or tricking people in order to gain something out of it or to get a gain for someone else. Nah, bud. That's the argument. Keep up, Todd. I know it ain't easy. I know you're a moron. I know you're dumb. I know you lied about the 170 IQ just like you lied about being in combat.
who are oblivious to it, it means you had too many pairs of underwear.
something simple as.
It means you had too many pairs of underwear, and well,
You know, there's 80 some people in here right now. Do you all get it? We watched the same thing Todd did. Put a one in chat if you understand it. Put a one in chat if you understand why the prosecutor just up and walked away and what the lawyer in the defense is trying to say here. Because I think all of us do, right? I should see 81 ones probably. I think, Todd, you might be the only one that doesn't get it, buddy. Stay out of courtrooms.
suck it up, Buttercup. No harm, no foul.
Whenever you talk about unlawful access, again, we see that as something simple as.
I told y'all Todd was going to expose his being a moron on this. He's so stupid.
You're accessing a computer that you're not supposed to have access to.
Obviously, he's accessing a computer that he seems to have access to. Now, whether he's lawfully or unlawfully doing it, the actual access of the computer is one thing. But where is he accessing it from? Is it a personal computer?
That
Is it
doesn't
a
matter.
computer at the jailhouse? For
It doesn't, there's nothing in the statute about where you access it from. Nothing. If that was a law violation, that would be the charges he's facing. Doesn't matter. What you should be asking Todd is he doing it to defraud, what was it, artifice, or scheme to get a profit for himself or anyone else? Because that's what he's charged with. And that didn't happen because they have zero evidence to suggest it. Just an upset chief who's getting called out on Facebook.
example, is it a, I don't know. Well, I guess
No, you
we'll have
don't
to
know.
find out
Keep your nose
when all
in
the
business, you
testimonies
understand, Todd.
are heard, right?
He signed up for it, he lawfully had it, he forgot to log off of it. Those are just.
You're asking if the stream is freezing up on anyone else. Is it really freezing up? Is it freezing up? Let me make sure I've got nothing extra running
It wasn't
here.
freezing up. Let's just take a moment to make sure that we satisfy the fair use requirements and where we criticize Todd. Guys, put a criticize in chat for Todd for me, please. And while we're waiting, Todd, I want to criticize you. Do you think you could do better? You think you could treat your wife better? That's my criticizing Todd. Criticizing this video. Todd, can you do better, man? Why's your wife all bruised up on the shoulder, buddy? Do better. You all do the next criticism in the chat.
Oh, hold on. Let me close down pretty much everything except for what's going on. Okay, 1 second, chat.
Now, should he have logged off of it? We'll even give him that fact. He made a mistake, but you have to be doing this in order to devise or execute any scheme or artifice to defraud. There's absolutely no proof of that fact.
No proof.
And again, there's only the opposite. The officer took the stand and said, yes, he did those searches. Yes, we found those searches. Yes, I followed up with all these people, and these people had no idea about it. The second, 1B, obtaining money, property, or services for themselves.
The second part of it, they didn't even have the first part on this one either. We're on the other 52 counts now. The accessing, unlawful access of a computer. First of all, they're saying the lawyer's saying you all obtained the opposite in the investigation of what this statute says. You proved that you were wrong in the investigation, yet you still charged him with 52 more felonies? Wow.
Is in no way use this information to get a job, to get information to get these people, to present these people.
And now comes the second part of the statute.
Move himself forward in any way, shape, or form.
He did nothing to
It
defraud.
has to be used by means of false or fraudulent pretenses, representations, or promises. Never done any of those things.
Catch that? The way the statute reads, when he accessed, he would have to use it for fraudulent purposes or a personal gain of some sort or a fraudulent nature. They have shown zero of that. Matter of fact, it was the opposite. The investigation proved that they didn't even know why they were being checked for a warrant. That's all it was. Who knows why? And it wasn't me. Like Todd's trying to say, these conspiracies are just wild. But why are these people being charged with 100 and some felonies when they ain't got nothing? Why am I being charged with 13 charges and 2 felonies? 15 total charges. 2 of them felony with nothing. Just like this guy's shit. Nothing. Our lawyers are laughing at them because this shit ain't the way the state. Do they know how to read? Or they're like Todd. Don't even know how to read, bro. You got your feelings upset. You just used the law that don't even apply. And now you're mad. They don't even know how to read in Meade County in the government. At least this guy did. Apparently. That guy did. Because he read some shit and he goes, caught ya. We'll post about it on Facebook. Let's have a public discussion, Chief. Chief said, I need to go work with some people because we need to get you falsely charged with 104 fucking felonies.
We will give the Commonwealth the fact that he accessed a computer that he probably should have said, no, I don't have access to, and given that up. They can.
You know, that's a really good point, Broken Bones. Now, the state should have checks and balances. There should be social safety nets or safety nets. There should be follow-up and confirmation. A lot of people fall asleep at the wheel, right?
There are safety nets called law, broken dumbass, broken bones, another Carrollton retard. In other words, KKK guy. There are laws. It's just this guy that you're seeing on the screen didn't break any of them. There are safety nets, bro. But this guy didn't break any of them.
It's kind of like the bystander effect.
Now, your host, generally specific, he breaks law almost every single time he publishes a video. Almost.
You think someone else is on their phone calling.
And I really wonder how much law he breaks when he's not being videoed or when he doesn't think he's being videoed.
Calling for help. So you're just going to continue to record, right? It's a bystander effect, it would seem anyway. Mr. Mimsy says if he has already resigned his position, then he can only be accessing it for personal reasons, whatever the motivation. Right.
Mimsy. You're a jackass,
yeah,
but you're right.
It's a duck, dude.
He can
it's
do
quacking,
it for
it's walking,
reasons.
it's waddling. It's a duck.
Mimsy.
Money property, devising or executing a scheme. In fact, they simply
That's what he was
did the
doing,
opposite.
apparently.
So based on those facts, I don't think they've met their burden.
Yes, Judge, I'd ask that you find probable causes in this matter to the grand jury. The officer testified, chief testified.
Probable cause to go to a grand jury.
That's right, Todd. The prosecutor is saying, I failed. I didn't get anything to be able to prosecute this guy. I'm begging that a grand jury will do it for me. like, please, Judge, send it to the grand jury because I done fucked up in this hearing. What will a grand jury do it for us? Let's try it. I'm begging you because I got shit, Judge. I fucked everything up. Maybe a grand jury will do it. Please let me try it. That's what she's saying.
Jury. Oh.
On 52 different occasions after he had resigned, he accessed this.
Listen to her voice quivering. Is that Sydney Durham? That's the Meade County prosecutor, ain't it? Listen to her voice quivering. She knows she's fucking wrong. And she's trying to put innocent people in prison over there. She knows she's wrong, so our voice is quivering.
Warrants website, pretending to be an officer, pretending like he had the authority. I think that is an act within law enforcement as well.
Guys, shouldn't a prosecutor be able to read a full statute and understand and with intent? Put it on the chat if you think a prosecutor should be able to understand how to read a freaking statute. Prosecutor.
As with the intent to induce others to submit to that pretended official authority because he was posting on Facebook that he had access to all of this.
It does not say with intent to get someone to submit to the authority. It says that you have to be trying to get someone to submit with that authority. You have to be not have intent to get them to submit. You have to be trying to get them to submit. That's what the intent's saying, Sydney. Learn the law, girl. That was so far off. She does not know how to interpret regular statutes. This is mind-blowing. It's not like we're talking about case law here. It's not like we're reading opinionated stuff. We're reading the black and white KRS. This shit is stone. It's easy. It's like going, water, blue. Blue, water, not good after 8 p.m. Like, simple. Fucking, what is wrong with this prosecutor? She got to go. Put a one in chat. If Prosecutor Sidney Durham, the prosecutors in Meade County, Kentucky, need to go and be out of that position. One in chat. If the prosecutors in Meade County, Kentucky need to be replaced.
Still was able to search through the non-public forums. He held himself out to have access to this, even though he knew that he should not have access.
Oh my. Oh my.
Why
You
didn't
silly
whoever
goose.
was in charge of that
To
remove the
and
access if they're so
was
worried
defrauding
about
the general
somebody seeing
public
it?
in that matter. So I would ask that you find probable cause on both impersonating.
She just said that him seeing if they had a warrant or not was defrauding the public. What the fuck, prosecutor? How? How's that fraud? This bitch don't know what fraud is. Defrauding someone, stealing from someone, tricking them to take their things. That's not what this is. What is this? What is this, Twilight Zone for prosecutors? The fuck?
And unlawful access on all 52 accounts and send
She
this
needs
matter
to
to
go.
grand jury.
Impersonating a police officer, I think it falls under the statute.
I'll give you an example of a fraud. A fraud is a person who does not know the law, that pretends to know the law so well that applies and runs a campaign to become the elected prosecutor by frauding everyone and telling them that they know the law when they don't. That's tricking them so that you can get a job to get personal gain. That ought to be illegal. Maybe it is. Let's hear what the judge has to say, because Todd clearly misses it. I didn't.
Inducing another is inducing the computer program to allow him access to it, relying upon his statements, he still has the legal access to it. So I'm going to find probable cause.
Judge just said he still had legal access to it. Legal access to it.
On the 52 counts of impersonating a police officer. On the computer access, I'm going to find probable cause on 52 counts of unlawful access to computer, but it's going to be enforced.
Ooh.
So he said you don't have probable cause on this impersonating police officer bullshit. That's what he said. You don't have probable cause for that. He had legal access. He didn't commit that. So judges already eliminated 52 of the charges here. At least changed them. But he is saying there might be something still to this accessing the database. We'll hear it all the way out. It's hard to hear. They got bad microphones at Meade County courts and cameras. But it sounds like he's letting the prosecutor who begged for a grand jury to back her up because she didn't establish probable cause. So he's saying, got enough cause to let you try again through the grand jury. Although Todd is already trying to interfere in that. Wonder why. I wonder why he's so invested in this. Weird.
Judge found probable cause.
For a grand jury, Todd.
Fourth degree.
Only for 52 of the counts.
Huh. At this time, we don't know if there's any monetary gain, but I just posited that. Now, I don't have any proof.
What that means is that you just had a hearing where you were supposed to prove that the person got gain and they didn't. So the judge is saying, Todd, they didn't establish a reason. So it's not a violation of the KRS. It's not a violation because you have to have established that there's a gain for some reason. This dude was just running to see if people had warrants. There ain't no gain. That's what the judge is saying, Todd. I know you don't understand it because you're
For this. This is just my opinion. It's not a legal opinion. This is just I'm doing a wag. I'm making a wag. Do you know what a wag is, chat? It's a wild ass guess. And I'm just
Wild ass
speculating. This is
gas.
purely speculation, and in my opinion, I have no proof of this at all.
We can tell.
But I think if somebody wanted access to records that somebody else had the ability to access,
Access to records? The only person that's been grabbing records that they're not supposed to have lately, Todd, is you. For Meade County? You're the one been getting access to records lately. Now, if you're talking about trying to implicate that for some reason I was one of the 11 people, you forget to listen. I wasn't one of the 11 people. I have nothing to do with it. Now, you do. You seem to be backing corruption real hard here. I wasn't one of the 11 people because those were only Meade County residents. I live in Indiana, Todd. Put your fucking tinfoil hat back up in your ass where you keep it. Right next to Chris Ruff's cell phone.
and they could do that by skirting the normal mechanism by which one would request these things, I think that that might be worth some money to somebody.
Whoa. Is Todd saying that there are Meade County officials that will skirt the rules and laws for payment? Bribes? Put it on the chat if you think that's what he's saying. Do you know someone, Todd? We wonder if you do. But the payment's going the other way. You're the one getting paid to come get these records unlawfully. Am I right, Todd? Am I right? Just admit it, man. It'd be so much easier. Your wife, I know you need to be in control of her. So, don't risk it. Just tell the truth. You had a government official that was paying you money, got you all fucked up, made you do bad things. So when the cops come and they ask you specifically what you've been up to, I would advise you to just tell them the truth. It'll be a lot easier, Todd. Just tell them the truth. It's going to be easier, Todd. It'll be easier on, your relationship and your control over your wife. It'll be easier for y'all.
Or there's the possibility is that the people that were being researched by this person, allegedly in Minecraft, might have been so hated by this person, i.e. Joshua M. Ferguson, or any agent that might have tried to recruit his ability and therefore access.
Again, he's trying to implicate me. What the fuck, dude? I'm not the one running around asking for fucking records I'm not supposed to have or legally like you're the one posting records that are not available to the public. Not me. I only post public record stuff. Todd's the one posting non-public stuff to interfere in people's cases that just so happen to be cases that corrupt public officials are pressing from Meade County. Todd seems to be the operator, right? Put a one in chat if you think Todd is the operator for the corrupt officials of Meade County.
To fraudulently, under false pretense, be able to access these databases, allegedly in Minecraft. I'm going to say that a lot. And why? Because I like what I got. And I don't have any hardcore proof. Yeah. I don't have any paperwork saying that there was money that exchanged hands. But the interesting thing is this judge has basically left the door open for that fourth degree to turn into a different degree, if it can be proven and demonstrated through some sort of paper trail or payout or text message or email or any type of conveyance that there was some kind of an arrangement. Maybe blowies under the gazebo, underneath the shelter of a gazebo. Chris Ryder, the ultimate 1,000 gazebo making, cut above, most amazing
Nice attempt to try to fucking cause trouble for my business, Todd. Way to go. A cut above. That's right. A cut above. Throw my fucking business out there, Todd. Like my legit, where I make money, been in business as a contractor since 2001. Worked my fucking ass off all my life. You tell me that I need to go back to swinging hammers. Well, I never stopped, Todd. But why you got to spit my business name out, Todd? You're kind of busted because you've been telling people that you ain't been trying to fuck us up over here.
Contractor that it's ever sat on his knees to give only one blowy in a gazebo. Only one. It was only one. Allegedly.
You know the case where the dude said in Minecraft, the dude lost. So spitting the word allegedly afterward does not save you.
Mr. Ferguson, if you're on your grand jury date will be suspected of the invasion.
What's the judge saying here?
That you're warned at that point that you continue following your other bond conditions.
Okay, so he's under bond conditions. Do we know somebody else that's under bond conditions? That's
kind of what happens, Todd, when the judge listens to the facts of your case at the preliminary and you got a bond, they give you conditions. Don't be surprised, Todd.
seems to be taking a big giant steaming crap on those bond conditions.
My bond conditions are no drugs and alcohol and no contact with the clerks, the jailer, the jailer, or his daughter. That's it. No direct contact. Like no contact with the jailer, the clerks, or the jailer's daughter. And I can't do drugs and alcohol, which I don't know why they added that one. Don't do them anyway. Okay, though. Whatever. That's it. Those are my bond conditions. Why are you confused, Todd?
So maybe
to
there
follow,
needs
Todd.
to be somebody like myself reaching out to, I don't know, maybe I'll go to Indiana. Maybe I'll try to get an audience with the district attorney or the prosecutor.
Maybe you will. That's what you've been doing every day for a year, you dumb fat fuck. This is fair use. I'm critiquing Todd. This is what you've been doing, Todd. This is your critique. You've been doing that. You've been running to the prosecutors. You've been running to the judges. You've been running to everybody involved in my case. You've been running to the Indiana law enforcement. You've been running to Indiana district attorney. You have been doing this for a year, Todd. Leave me the fuck alone, you obsessed fucking weirdo. I'm addressing you in this video for the first time.
Or maybe do an appeal, try to get a meeting with some judge, maybe file some paperwork, exclaiming to my dismay the fact that somebody out on bond is not only continuing or is not only out on bond in order to be able to defend themselves with the conditions.
I have not violated any conditions of my bond, Todd. Stop running to all the judges. Stop running to the DAs. Stop running to the judge. Stop it. The conditions of my bond are no drugs and alcohol. Haven't touched a single bit of it. Not even a beer, buddy. Meanwhile, you get drunk every week. And beat the shit out your wife. Haven't touched a drop, Todd, because I didn't anyway. Not like you. And no contact with the jailer. Not a single bit of contact with the jailer. No contact with the jailer's daughter. I didn't even know he had one. No way would I ever contact his daughter. Unlike you, Todd, who contacts people's daughters. And no contact with the clerk, whom I've had none. So stop running and lying to the judges and the prosecutors and the police and my prosecutor here and the state police. Stop, Todd. Stop lying to them. Because now they're watching you. You've been doing this for over a year. They're tired of you lying to them and being obsessed with me. And they think you're weird, brah. And what you're doing is trying to intimidate a participant because you're being paid by a corrupt government official to do so. That's a felony, bro. You're committing a lot of felonies in that path. just trying to do that felony. I'm looking at you now, Todd. You've got my attention. I'm sick of it. I'm coming for you. In this way, I am going to ensure that you suffer the consequences for your actions by way of the legal system. I'm reporting you, Todd. It ain't a welfare check. I'm reporting it every fucking time you do anything illegal. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to protect myself. And I'm going to continue to ensure that every time you commit a crime under my watch, that it gets reported. Absolutely. Because I'm tired of you running to my prosecutor. I'm tired of you running to my judge. I'm tired of you running to the cops and lying to them and telling them that I'm violating bond when I am not. You pussy. Fair use video requires that I critique Todd.
Of not making or contacting prior victims, and I can only imagine that no one that would grant this man bond or these people bond would want them to go and make more victims. And maybe the DA, maybe the prosecutor, maybe whatever judges may or whatever preside over this, maybe they're just not aware of it.
Here's an idea, Todd. Maybe it ain't happening, and maybe they're aware that you keep false reporting it. Do you ever think of that, Todd? Maybe they want you to fucking stop interfering. Maybe they don't like the fact that you're trying to intimidate participants who are in legal proceedings. Maybe you should stop, Todd. Maybe you should stop while you still have control of your wife.
Maybe they're not aware of the fact that there are.
Because, Todd, when you go to jail and put that big gray buffer to use on the big black dude, right? Your wife, ain't nobody gonna be controlling her. Look, bro. There will be no man. You'll be in a jail. You won't be able to do that to stop her from doing what she wants. You won't be able to make that happen. You won't be able to go, stop. I don't want you to do that thing. You won't be able to do that anymore, Todd. You'll be in jail. Think about it. Save yourself. Tell the truth. When the cops come and they ask you, just tell the truth. That way you can keep your hand on that bitch and go, no, you can't live your own life. I'm not in jail. I still have control over you. I got you. Stop it. What do you think?
More and more
Tell the truth, Todd, so you don't
victims
lose that
being
ability
created
to
by
control.
Chris Ryder. Every day, this son of a bitch is out on bond. And I don't know that that's the purpose of bond. I think the purpose of bond is so that you can more readily and more easily, without entanglements and unnecessary constraints, as long as you're not a flight risk, that you can mount a better defense. Then I think everyone should be allowed to mount the most vigorous defense that they can possibly muster, that they're able to muster. But there are contingencies on said bond. Now, I really would be very, very interested.
Listen.
If anyone has the exact verbiage of Christopher Uranus Dick Ryder's bond can.
No contact with the jailer. No contact with the jailer's daughter. No contact with the clerk. And no drugs or alcohol. Can you quit calling a prosecutor and judges now? Or are you going to say those are the exact things that you know I've been doing? With zero reason to say it. You're going to keep doing that for another year, Todd? Before I go to court? You're going to keep calling my judge? You didn't even know what the words were on my bond paper? But you've been trying to get me put in jail? Saying I'm violating bond? You didn't even know what it said? You idiot.
Conditions. If anyone has that information,
I just gave it to you, Todd.
I don't care what channels you have to go through to try to get it my way. I'd be very much interested to see a bona fide, legitimate copy. I'm not gonna opine unless it's something that's
Threatening my
absolutely
truck,
confirmably
my property,
legitimate.
my home,
And I just like to see for myself.
threatening
What's up,
to
Space
make me
Miner?
stop
Whether or not
breathing
Chris
air,
Ryder
oxygen,
and perhaps even by extension Tiffany Napier,
telling me
I think
that
she's
I'm
out on bond
supposed to
too,
have a loaded
are
gun
breaching,
beside me when he comes here.
right? Are breaching their bond conditions.
Contacting my
By the way, guys, thank
prosecutor.
you very much for helping me get the goal. My stomach's, I'm kind of growling.
Todd got his goal for Cheesy Poops. I got my goal, which was to expose this information to show you all that I'm not the only one who thinks that the exposure of the corruption in Meade County with the government needs to be done. And we need a lot more help with it, apparently. Thank you, Todd, for unlawfully receiving records and publishing them on your channel so you could better help me understand the case that you claim I'm involved with, when in fact you're actually helping corrupt government with. Not do it me, bub. I don't live in Meade County. The prosecutor told you in your video. You should have listened. Before you went and said that it was me, you should have listened to what the prosecutor said. There were 11 people, and they're all Meade County residents. The fuck? Before you went and insinuated that I was somehow paying money for some shit. Like, what I gotta pay money for, you dumb fuck? I don't gotta pay money to get records. I just look at them where you post them. You're the one getting records. What are you getting out of it? That's the real question. Now, sure, I'd love to spend the rest of my Friday night with you guys, and we could watch Todd for the next 45 minutes, who saw about a 6-year-old girl video that was being played. Somebody played a video of their daughter playing on a playground. And in the video that I'm watching here, for the next 45 minutes, Todd notices that this little girl, her video's up, and she's playing on a playground, and he zooms in on the girl's butt, like a 6-year-old girl's butt. Todd does. And he says, "Oh, look at what they're posting over there." And he starts sexualizing with his group of KKK from Carrollton, Michael Kaiser's leftover morons, and the Meade County families of government corrupt officials. They spent 45 minutes sexualizing around a 6-year-old little girl in this video. I almost threw up. So bad. Not only is it just a 6-year-old little girl, but it's also another YouTuber's daughter. Which, when we say these motherfuckers keep going after people's kids and they need to quit, that's what we're talking about. Fucking duh. All right, y'all. Put a one in chat if you think that this trial, from what you've seen so far, that this guy is innocent of all 104 felony charges. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that any of those, there's only two statutes, any of those were established as a law violation in this case, with the facts that they were presenting today. Put a 3 in chat if you're still unsure and think that it's appropriate to continue to run the case through process. We're talking about the case against this dude that was running for jailer on the platform of I'm exposing corrupt officials and all government officials should be held accountable. That was his campaign foundation. 1 in chat if you think that they did not establish a fucking thing and this dude needs to be let loose, for just freed, let off all the charges. 2 in chat if you think that they did establish something. 3 in chat if you would like to see more process happen before you can come to a decision. I mean, so far, if you ask me, the judge clearly said it himself too. The chief of police showed absolutely zero facts to establish a single count of this man impersonating a police officer. Not one. Not one fact. He tried to lie about one. He said, well, he's in a Constables Association. He tried to lie about that, but it didn't work. He got called out, got caught with it. And then not one fact established that this dude made a personal gain at all from seeing if people had warrants or not. That's what we heard. That's it. Let's bring up the statutes one more time before we leave. Let's bring up the statutes one more time before we leave. Because that, hang on one second. I almost ended stream on accident. I'm getting tired. Bear with me. Let's see. There it is. Boom. I'm going to move this over here for it to work. All right. We're going to read these statutes together one more time on the way out the door. There we go. All right. So 52 counts of this one. 434-845, unlawful access to a computer in the first degree. A person is guilty of unlawful access to a computer in the first degree when he or she, without the effective consent of the owner, knowingly and willfully, directly or indirectly, accesses, causes to be accessed, or attempts to access any computer software or program, data, computer system, computer network, or any part thereof, for the purpose of devising or executing a scheme or artifice to defraud. So it's not just this part. It's for the purpose of devising or executing a scheme or artifice to defraud. Or, because it could be that, or obtaining money, property, services for themselves or another by means of false or fraudulent pretenses, representation, or promises. So, yeah, you could say, well, he accessed a computer. He accessed a computer, but you forgot for the purpose of. That part's important because that is what this law is. For the purpose of. It doesn't say you can't access a computer. It says you can't access it for the purpose of devising or executing a scheme or artifice to defraud, or obtaining money, property, services, or benefits to themselves or someone else by fraudulent or false pretenses. All right, so there's that one. I gotta pull this down. We got one more. We got one more. These people in Meade, these cops in Meade, and these prosecutors, they need to learn how to read these statutes. These are not complicated statutes either. It's not even complicated. They just need to read all the way through. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's this one. Sure. All right. Impersonating a police officer, 519055. A person is guilty of impersonating a police officer if he pretends to be a peace officer or to represent a law enforcement agency or act within the authority or approval of a law enforcement agency with intent to induce another to submit to the pretended official authority or otherwise to act in reliance upon the pretense to his prejudice. It has to be with intent to induce another to submit. It has to be a victim. I don't think we saw that. Did we see that? They certainly didn't prove that in that courtroom. I don't know why that bugger's taught up so much, but it really seems to hurt his feelings that the cops charge this dude and they're not putting him in prison when they couldn't establish a crime. What's that? Stay. Don't do that thing. Right? Want to chat if you think it's what it looks like. No! You do what I say. Just saying. If the shoe fits, if the bruise fits, tell us about it. I'm calling you out now, Todd, because you've been calling my prosecutor, you've been calling my judge, you've been calling all these motherfuckers, you've been calling the cops every day for over a year, man. Tired of it. Leave me the fuck alone. I do appreciate that corrupt officials giving you records. I don't even have to leave a living room to get records to use to keep exposing Meade County. I do appreciate the help with that. Even though you're wrong about the conspiracy that you keep alleging I'm doing or whatever. I don't have any money to be giving anybody to be giving me records. Matter of fact, if I wanted records, I would just request them like I did the FOIA. 10-cent records, though. I don't have a lot of money, bro. I'm not getting paid by a corrupt government official like some people. So, you know, for me, I'll take just the paper records and maybe a video here and there at the low price of, you know, cheap as I can get it. I ain't asking other people to buy it for me. I do not have a corrupt government official in my pocket. I really only want to showcase Meade County government. And when I do that, it seems like the only thing I got to showcase is corruption. I wonder why. Maybe that's what this Josh Ferguson dude was trying to handle. Maybe he realized too that, you know, our government officials are doing so much wrong here that we only government work that we can showcase is corruption. And then he gets arrested and charged with 104 counts of not crimes. Sound familiar, folks? All right. I hope you all have the most amazing weekend ever. Brady, don't you do anything this weekend. Todd won't allow it. I love y'all. I'll be in the chats and a couple other videos over the weekend or whatever, like other people's channels. I've been keeping up as much as I can in the community. Hi when I see you. I love you, and we will see you on the next one.